Hello, guys. This is Movie Magic and Gaming Gurus, and
Oh
yes,
yeah.
I look like I've got a really bad cold, and I haven't. I've just been sneezing. So we're back again, and I'm joined as always by my good friend, my co-host, my partner in crime, the Sketchy One, who I think may have some issues to do with a certain show that started last night, and we will get to that soon, followed
Yeah.
by this commercial.
Yeah. No, following the NFC Championship.
You
match.
won't talk about that.
Yeah.
So, how are you today?
Hello. Yes, I'm Tash. For anybody who didn't know, because you didn't finish you were like partner in crime,
Oh yeah, co-host.
and might have issues with.
Yeah, mine's all over the place today.
Because you started all areas. Welcome to Movie Magic and Gaming.
Yeah, if you're gonna do that,
this is the refined edition.
If you're gonna do that, you need to do it where you actually remember what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
The day I actually get one of these right is the day that I tell you I'm on TV. I'll be on TV that day.
With an auto cue. Yeah.
Yes. Even with an auto cue, I'd probably still mess it up. Because I'd have to have my glasses on.
No, I'm doing good. I just tired.
Because you were out all day, weren't you?
Yeah, I've been out all day. So and I tried having a nap this afternoon, but it didn't happen. So but how are you?
I'm doing okay. Angry, fed up, excited about life. You know, the usual shit.
Yeah, the usual. Yeah, standard.
For some reason, ever since I started the chat, I've got this real fluid thing in my throat now, so it's like, you know. But yeah, I'm all right.
Do I just bring sick up into your throat? Is that what it is?
I guess so. You know, the question is, I still believe. You see,
you just.
I actually talked about that. Donna was watching Fringe, and she prefers it to X-Files. She thinks it's better. All right.
Right. To be fair, Fringe was done after X-Files.
Oh, I agree.
And Fringe is like based on X-Files, and of course, budgets and stuff like that made them able to do a lot more.
I agree with you on that one. You know, because it came a lot later. You know.
Yeah.
But Donna was watching the episode, and this big slug thing came out of the person's throat, right?
Yeah.
And all I keep in right now, after you said about the sick,
it's just that coming out.
Yeah, she loves that show. But yeah, I've been playing Unity again, trying to get that plat because I left it.
Because you've been going back, you've platted a lot of games in the last week, haven't you?
I have. I've been going back and completing them. And two of the ones I need to plat are two of the most annoying ones. WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, I need to do 1,004 signatures and finishes on.
Yeah.
And apparently you have to do it in one sitting. And I'm like, right?
Yeah.
And then there's Unity where I had to get all 400 bloody chests, right? And I'm like, and I still haven't got them all yet, right?
Oh,
and then I need to get the cockades.
It takes so long to traverse that map and get all those things.
Those Nostradamus Enigmas, they're the easiest ones. Right?
Yeah, I know,
Once you use the bloody guide, you know. I had one thing I'd done before because it had clue 3, and I was running around going, what the hell, where am I supposed to go? So I watched the guide, and he shows him right across the other side of the map. I was like, how the hell are you supposed to know that without using the guide?
Yeah.
All right. So I've nearly finished that. Then I have to figure out how to do the switches. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Then I'm going to have to do all the missions again, and I have to do all the social club missions. I'm like, I hate this game. And when I bloody plat it and get 100% on the DLC, I'm going to burn it.
Yeah.
I'm going to snap the disc. I'm going to throw it into a bloody bin full of fire and put the case in there. And while it's burning, I'm going to laugh and go, never again, while sticking my middle fingers up at it. Probably getting intoxicated by the fumes of the plastic.
By fumes, the awful noxious fumes that come off that game, yeah.
But I hate it. I absolutely hate that game. I think I hate that game more than I hated Evil Within before I played that. And unlike that, I won't like it again.
Yeah, well, you didn't like it the first time you played it, and now you've played it a second time. And I think as well, because you've played Syndicate since and you enjoyed Syndicate, it's like going back to the shit just absolutely depresses you, you know.
Oh, the thing is with it is I keep wanting to do that line shot thing as well, and I'm like,
yeah. When you get used to certain controls, it's just.
The amazing part is I got straight back into the blocking and everything instantly.
Oh, really?
You know, the controls came back to me almost instantly. I was blocking, killing. But I'm like, whose idea was it to make all these bad guys around these chests to annoy you even more when you're supposed to be collecting them?
Yeah.
You know? So I'm hoping to play that in the next couple of days. I've got to do the social club missions, and I hate them.
Yeah.
I've got to do the main story missions, which I hate. So I'm going to have to go through the whole game again just to get all them sorted. And I'll probably mess that up.
I'm trying to play Far Cry 3 at the moment, aren't I? I played I played one of the co-op missions, and I didn't realise how long those missions are.
They're very long.
I'm like, oh, this will just be a quick match or something. You're sat there, checkpoint, go through the next section, checkpoint, go through. I'm like, bloody hell!
But aren't they boring?
Oh yeah, it's just wave after wave. It's like really.
When I did them, I was like, because.
And some of the people that you're with, they're so shit. It's just
if people leave, you don't get the trophy either sometimes.
Yeah, no, exactly. I just had that today. I did another mission, and I have heard that the co-op ones are glitched anyway. But yeah, I did this. I got spawned into a game, which probably didn't help. And then I played the whole section, and then the trophy didn't pop. So it started to play again. I think they wanted to replay it or something. But then I had to leave because I'd already because I didn't realise the time, and I was like, shit, my dinner's overcooked by now. So
well, you have to start from the beginning of it all the way to the end because
yeah,
which I find kind of annoying.
But they are much longer than some people, like I say, there were some people that I played today. There was one of the heavy gunners, and these people just ran up in front of it, getting shot and dying. I kept Nurse Tash, who's always on hand to save everybody. I had to keep reviving them, and of course they kept going back down again, and I ended up just killing the heavy on my own. I was just screw this.
That's because you're a badass and they were scum.
Yeah.
You know, I hate online players. You know what? Whenever I play online, I'm like, you get the odd people that are very good, right?
Yeah.
And then amazed you think, wow, they're a lot better than me. I can't believe this. I thought I was good. But 98% of the time, you're like, wow, all these people are shit compared to me.
Yeah.
Right? And you're like, come on, how can you die there? How can you do this? Like, I was playing Battlefield 4, right? And yeah, everyone's gonna love this, right?
Oh yeah.
Battlefield 4. I was like, you know what? I'll go online. I'll get some trophies. It's easy. No, it isn't. Why? Because you have 11-year-old kids that want to torment you. That 11-year-old kid sent me a party chat, and he said to me, "Will you play Far Cry 4 with me?" And I said, "No." Why won't you play Far Cry 4 with me? Because I got rid of it months ago. Right? Yeah. Then he tried to explain to me how to play the game. You have to press R2 and L2 to shoot.
You're kidding.
Yeah, right. Then he kept screaming at me, and I was like, oh, you know, and I was like, this is what I hate about army.
Yeah, games. On gaming. Yeah. It's the
kids in there. They bloody have a go at you. They laugh at you. Like I said to him, don't kill me because I'm trying to do this. Ah, got you. Ah, got you. Ah. And you know, I've had nightmares ever since.
That's all you're going to hear in your head now is this little sound file of, I got you.
Because I watched a video like a couple of weeks ago that said the top things gamers hate, and kids beating them was the top 2. Right? Yeah. And I was like, I don't care about kids killing me. I don't care about that. What I care about is their attitude. Yeah, you know, that's what I hate. Like, the kid was swearing at me. He was saying, fuck you. It was Australian too, which says it all. Right?
Oh, yeah.
And I hate Australians. Right? Well, in case anyone who's Australian's watching, I hate Australians because I get compared to them constantly. It isn't because of their personality. It's because Every time I'm in the shops, I get asked, "Are you Australian?" No,
Yeah, I know.
I'm not Australian. You know, I'm English, right?
Yeah.
So that's the only reason. It isn't the people; it's people not getting it.
Yeah.
Right? But yeah, so that annoyed me. So I've been playing Unity. I did one co-op on Unity to get those sync points I needed. And I just ran for him, and the other guy kept dying. I was like, "Oh, fuck you!" Well, so this is what I like about Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
Because in Rainbow Six, if someone pisses me off, I can just kill them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? That's what I love to do in Rainbow Six. And
Yes, you're very good at that. Yeah,
I'm
you're
good
just
at
like,
that.
fuck them, and then you just shoot them.
I love the bit where we're in the pie chat and we can see their name popping up and down the screen when they're shouting, but I can't hear
Yeah,
them,
when they're, yeah.
you know. But yeah, so I was doing that. I've been playing Dead Smack vs. Wars 2011, just doing finishes and that every now and again. It's better when you're talking
Yeah.
to somebody because time just flies by you doing it. When you're doing it without talking and
You're
not
just
watching
like, it goes on.
it
Yeah.
does. Like, I'm like, how many finishes have I done now? 25? Oh. And there's no counter. There's nothing but shows how many you've done.
No.
So you're like, I could have done 150 and not even know it, you know?
Yeah.
So I did that. Found out that apparently the greatest game of all time's coming out on Tuesday. Lego Avengers, apparently.
Yeah, that's like going to be
Yeah.
the best-selling game ever.
I've been listening to Ashley tell me how much he's going to get that and how he's going to do a live stream of it because it's the greatest game to ever play. And I'm like, come on. Can anybody please be serious, right?
Yeah,
Lego
like
is
for
not.
a second, just like, yeah.
You know, I'm getting all these people that try and tell me that Lego games are the greatest games ever. They're not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but they're not even that thought into. You know.
Yeah.
They're very easy to make, I'm sure. You know.
Yeah.
I got the beta access to the divisions in 3 days, and I've got the beta,
really?
haven't I? So
Cool.
I'm probably going to give that a go. I bet we'll tell you whether or not it's worth it or not. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Been looking up the trophies for it, and I can't find any yet. And yeah, there's more to say, but I just ain't got time to say it yet. So what's up?
And you platted Rainbow Six, didn't you?
Yeah, I played Rainbow Six. I played Sleeping Dogs, and I played a couple of other games, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
I can't remember what they were now.
And we started playing Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Oh, before we do that, you're gonna laugh at me.
Okay.
Because in in GameStop they had 4 for 40, didn't they?
Right.
And I picked up 4 games. And I picked up, let's get them quickly. Oh, look. I picked up 4 games because I wanted to, you know, add to it.
Yeah.
So I got 007 Legends.
Right, yeah.
And I got Lollipop Chainsaw.
Oh, yeah, I remember you saying what you got.
And I got the Metal Gear Solid HD collection.
Yeah.
But they didn't have a 4th one.
Right.
And I was like, oh, you know what? And they had things like Wolf Among Us. And I was like, I'm not picking that shit up again. So I ended up picking up Murder Soul Suspect on the PS5. Right. So, you know, it was the only other one in there. So I ended up picking that up just to get the other 3 cheaper. So look, just laughing in disgust. So, the cool thing with it is it only take me a few hours, but that's good.
What we should point out is Malcolm was going, I don't get people who trophy hunt and just get like trophies on the same game but on like the PS3 and PS4 game. That's called cheating. And now what has he done recently? He's played
Oh, I played Walking Dead again, didn't I?
Yeah, you played Walking Dead again. That was it. Yeah, because I was just like, really? You've lowered yourself to that level. And now you're doing Murder Soul Suspect. Mr. Oh, that game was rubbish.
Yeah, it was rubbish, but to be honest with you, I'll tell you why I got it, in all honesty. Alright.
To get trophies.
James Bond was $17.99 on its own. Right?
Right.
And this was $14.99, and this was $17. So if I'd have got this one, they would have cost me a lot more. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the reason I really picked that one up, because there was 3 games I really wanted.
And they're true. It's a platinum you can get. Let's be honest now.
Well, you know what? I might not even.
You make me sad, Malcolm. You've sold out completely.
I'm not sold out. I just.
You have totally sold out. I know you're a trophy whore, but seriously, that's just sad.
Oh, okay. What was that bloody game you were playing with the bloody elephant in? What the hell was that?
What, Timbo, the badass elephant?
Yeah, what was... I looked at video. I looked at a trailer of that. I was just like this.
It's a platformer.
I was like, yeah, okay.
I played the demo of it ages ago, and purely because I saw some gameplay on PewDiePie's channel. And it's totally my type of game because it's a good platform. Oh, shut up.
That's not why I talk. Hold on. That's not why I talked to your alien friend.
No.
You looked at the alien dead in the eye and you said, "Shut up."
That's right. I can't see on this side, so I turn around and I can't see the aliens. I played the trailer, the demo of that ages ago, and it went down in price on the PlayStation Store. And I was like, "Oh, I'll get that while it's cheap." So more than likely next month it'll probably be the fucking free game. But
you'll be free for free if it is.
I know, right? But yeah, no. So I've been playing that. So,
Nice.
but no, I've been mainly playing Far Cry. So. Because I've been really working to get through some of those trophies.
So, because I played it like a year ago, didn't I?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us what you think of the game and think of like now? My view is to start off with, the game is basically the same in the mechanics and everything as number 4.
Yeah.
And you basically got to do the same for the outpost. So let's skip all that bit and just talk about what you think of the story and what you think of the character, because really that's the only thing that's kind of different.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, Far Cry 4, there really wasn't much. Like, the whole thing was AJ went there to spread his mum or nan's ashes or whatever it was. And then he just got embroiled in the local freaking... And I was just like, wait, what? But at least this, like, you have, Vass still, you got these pirates that, like, take the friends that have been on this, what was it? 18 to 21 trip kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's nice because that's what I loved. There's more to it in the missions. You're like rescuing each of the friends and stuff like that. I mean, obviously there's still an element of stupidity, but I enjoy the characters a lot more. Vass is so freaking psychotic.
I love Vass. He's the highlight of the whole game.
Yeah, exactly.
He makes Pagan Min look like nothing.
Well, I loved Pagan Min, but Pagan Min was barely in the Sonic games, so but at least Vass, although he's not always in it, you still feel his presence, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I enjoy the characters a lot more, and I enjoy the story a lot more. And there's no stupid that stupid thing with the tiger stuff that was in number 4. You know, the tripping when you took the drugs and you went through the primal bloody...
oh, come on, I like that.
I said you hated that.
Oh, you're talking... Oh, no, not that bit. I was talking about the bit where you had the drugs and you had the flashing lights.
Oh, right, okay.
Like the party time one. I didn't like the... what's that place called?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The place with the red trees and shit.
Was it Sambala?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
It's something, because it's in bloody Uncharted as well, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Anyway, the bit where you're talking and you're supposed to read the subtitles if you want to know what the bloody hell's being said.
Yeah, I hated those bits with the tiger, but I like the party time, where you're like going around shooting people. I like that.
Oh yeah, that. No. I didn't like the bits in Sambala or whatever it was. So. Shambhala. Shit.
Huh?
Yeah, it was Shambhala or something.
Usually ask what we think of the Division. from what we've seen of the gameplay and everything. I don't know, because I got that on Facebook, so I don't know if there's a problem with the question panel or not, but
right, yeah.
asked to say what we think of that.
I think it looks a lot like there's a lot of elements from different Ubisoft games there, you know, like mechanics wise.
Yeah.
And I mean, we said, didn't we? We said there's a lot of like the Splinter Cell elements, and I think it looks a lot with the HUD and stuff. It looks a lot like Watch Dogs from what I've seen.
Yeah.
But I mean, graphically it looks okay. You know, I mean, I'm going to be curious to see it properly on the screen as opposed to on computer.
You know what you should do? You should watch. We should spend some time where you can see it on my.
Yeah, I might be able
to share play it so you can see it.
Yeah, mind you, Ubisoft are not very good with their share playing, but we'll see. That would be good. But it looks good. I'm looking forward to it, and especially us playing it together, kind of thing.
I think the game has a very Splinter Cell conviction look to it. You know, with the way the characters are.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that in a lot of ways. I don't like the idea of when you shoot, all the things come off like you shoot bubbles with these different things off. You know, like an RPG. And because I watched the video on the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't like that kind of Final Fantasy points like I
don't like that. I guess it's better because you get more points that way, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was watching a video and they said the customized menu is more like an RPG. You unlock different things like clothing, attachments, usual stuff. But how you can make your own character basically yours. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be interested to see if that's the case because, like Rainbow Six didn't have any of that.
No, it didn't.
I felt like we should have been able to have our own customized characters, even if it was just wearing the different things from the different characters.
Not even your loadouts are really all that customizable.
Yeah. So it'll be nice to see if the Division is, because the Division, in my view, could be a fantastic online multiplayer game. I've seen videos where they say there's no loading screens going between zones, and I think that's everything that the PS4 should have, because one of the things that's always irritated me was
we were promised that.
We were promised that when the PS4 was first coming out. We were promised that there won't be loading screens, and we get loading screens galore. You know?
Oh yeah, sometimes painfully long ones.
Just look at bloody Unity, right? We get a black screen, and then after a while it says, boom, you know, it's on. We shouldn't have any of that. But going back to the Division, I think it looks beautiful. I think it looks nice. I think it could be a great game. I think it's going to be a great game for the first 6 months. And like Rainbow Six, it is fun in a lot of ways. Yeah. But I think if you play it over a long time, you'll get sick of it because of things like kids and shit. And because we've noticed that with Rainbow Six, you get more and more.
Yeah, that's gotten populated over time with kids.
And it's just so horrible, you know. And I feel like that's probably the same thing's going to happen with the Division. Thank God they have pocket money. So
yes.
But overall, I think it's a beautiful looking game. I hope it stays good looking as it says. But a lot of people think it's going to be like Watch Dogs and the fact that it won't be as good looking.
Yeah.
I hope that there's a lot more to it than what it looks like at the minute, because all I see is them walking through New York.
It's just, that's what I've seen. It's just random go from combat zone to combat zone, isn't it? It's just
so I'm hoping there's more to it than that. I'm hoping there's some sort of story properly.
I'm hoping there's a decent single player, because there is some single player, but obviously not as much as multiplayer. But
I think you can do the single player and co-op.
Oh really?
I think you can, because there's co-op gameplay and then there's online gameplay from what I heard.
Yeah.
If there is, we're in luck, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
And I hope that it's fun. Like, I hope it ain't like bloody Star Wars.
Oh God, yeah. I hope
because in Star Wars, you get a headshot, people don't die.
No.
In Star Wars, people just run around getting killed. I don't want that. I want a game which I have to think, and I hope this is one of those games.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, one of the things I like about Rainbow Six is even though it's very basic, there is a lot of thinking to the game.
You still have to think and tactically, you know, look at where your teammates are sometimes and stuff. So
Yeah, I like that about it. So I hope it's like that in that aspect.
Mm.
But at the minute, I'm not sure. I'm going to try the beta on the 28th, which is only 3 days away.
Yeah.
And then I'll be able to say what I think of it more so, because I would have seen how to play the game and
Actually experienced it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh. All right, Malcolm and Tash, hope both of you are well. Sorry not being in touch. Health has some issues. Oh, John.
Oh.
That's from the 2004 Punk John.
Yeah.
Or
Hi,
as
John.
I call him, Punky John.
Yeah.
There we go.
I
Punky
hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, I hope you feel better too. I hope it's nothing serious, because I know you've been going through some stuff lately.
Well, I got Life is Strange in the post.
Have you played some of it yet?
No, I haven't. It's still, but because I got the special edition, didn't I? This is the box.
Let's have a look. Oh, look at that. Very cheaply made.
Yeah.
Right.
So, there's the game. Here's the book.
I like the book.
It's like hardbacked.
Hold on, let me click on your so that people can see your screen. There we go.
It's got
Quite a nice looking book.
It's like one of those little kids' book. You know the kid.
Yeah. Oh, it's like an art book.
Yeah, it's just concept art and stuff. And this is what you'll love. So the soundtrack CD, they went all out on the art for this one. And I know it's a reference to in the game, but seriously, just no. Ready? Prepare to be blown away. You may need your sunglasses for the awesomeness, to protect you from the awesomeness of this. Ready? This is artwork that even I couldn't do.
Oh, nice. That's special, isn't it?
That's special. Somewhere.
Okay, that looks like some really bad drawing someone did to just put in there.
Yeah. It was just like, we don't know what to do. Let's just shove that in.
That's crazy.
That's so funny. It's even like that on the disc.
They could have done so much better than that.
And that's what it's like. I mean, look, it's like I get that it's a reference to the game, but it's like somebody's got their pen out and like written down a mixtape.
It does look that way. It looks like somebody said, "Sit down, draw something, anything."
It is. It's like I used to make up, like collection tapes and stuff, and I would draw covers for the tapes and stuff.
My cousin. It looks like something that he made, because he used to do that stuff.
That's just hilarious.
That's awful, though, isn't it? I mean, they could have put so much better on it.
Yeah. I mean, I love the fact that the back looks like it's a torn bit of paper shoved in there.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't buy that.
Even the bind is really like. If you look at that in your CD rack, you barely make it out. You just be like,
anyway, on the can.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, so you can imagine how impressed I was with that.
It was worth the money, obviously.
Yeah, all the money got spent on the game instead of. I was happy to get the disc of the game instead of the digital. So,
I played it, didn't I, on digital?
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it, but I think it goes a bit weird.
Goes downhill, yeah.
Yeah, it goes downhill in the last episode. It's like when you finish it, you're just like, is that it?
Yeah.
I think that's one of the. I think that's the problem with the game. I think it's good, and it gets good, but then I feel like there's some cases that are underutilized, like Warren, for instance, and some other characters that should have been in it more.
Yeah.
So yeah, I look forward to hearing your thoughts on it.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to playing it, but yeah, I don't like, and this is, I mean, we've said it about episodic games before. You do tend to find that they start out, they're very procedural in that they're going to have a cliffhanger at the end and stuff. And then you find as the episodes go along, by the time you hit the last episode, the pacing has completely disappeared. It's really bad, because they've not properly paced everything.
It's like Walking Dead and that. You play those games, there's good pace in it, but then they seem to rush right at the end.
Yeah. It's like they've dragged everything out until the end, and they're like, "Shit, we got to cram it all into this episode."
I've always thought, I thought the ending of season 1's Walking Dead was better than the ending of season 2's.
Yeah.
I felt like season 2 was more action for the sake of it.
Yeah.
As I felt season 1 had a more kind of desperate feel to it.
Yeah.
You know, and I never realised how short that was.
I know, yeah.
You know, it felt like it was only an hour long. I guess because I knew everything I had to do. I guess if you don't know
you knew, yeah, exactly. You just went through it.
You know, but yeah, I mean, I guess for some people it take about 8 hours.
Yeah.
You know, and it take others like an hour.
A zillion days, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? It made me realise how much I missed the character of Lee. You know, talk about Lee. He's in Life is Strange.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his voice. Did you hear about Uncharted? Did you hear about Troy Baker? I heard, and I'm not sure if it's true or not, but he's going to be in it.
Yeah, I think he is in it. I'm not sure.
Apparently, someone said he's going to be playing Nate's brother.
Yeah, because Nate's brother is in it, but I don't think it's Troy Baker playing him.
Apparently,
I think because, of course, Nolan North made a very small cameo appearance in Last of Us, which, of course, Troy Baker was the main voice in. So I guess it makes sense for. I'll look it up.
I want to see a sex scene between Elena and the two Drake brothers.
What, even though you don't like Elena?
Hey, I like Elena a lot more than I like Chloe.
Yeah.
I felt like Chloe was more of a.
I can't wait for Uncharted. I like the way they're advertising it at the moment. They're like, most anticipated games of the year. It's like.
Most anticipated game of the year, they keep pushing back.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, just get it out already. Stop toying with us.
I've got all these pre-orders for games and none of them are coming out.
Well, we got the Division, like, 1st of March or whatever it is.
Yeah, I pre-ordered that from Blade GameStop when I would have preferred doing it from bloody Best Buy.
Yeah.
Oh, well, at least Far Cry comes out next month.
Oh, yeah, because you're getting that, ain't you? Far Cry Primal.
That's going to be the greatest game ever, I can tell right now. I've seen the gameplay, and I know I'm going to absolutely
I know how much you love games where you have to train the animals and that to be your companions.
That's going to be awesome. Training animals and try not to kill them. It's going to be awesome.
Much like, you know, when you finally get round to doing Fallout 4, you know, you'll be rushing to do that city building part.
I don't have to rush to it. You're going to do it for me, remember?
Not if you don't get me that meatball trophy.
Oh, I say. Oh. Oh, I won't get
this is where you go, actually, I've traded it in already.
I won't get the Zombie Army Trilogy one either then.
No, because that one we have to do together anyway. So.
I've deleted it. It's off now. Can't get it.
Oh my god, IMDb's taking ages to load up. Holy crap.
Hold on. Oh, what?
My websites are taking ages to load up at the moment. So.
Yeah, it's because you've got too many tabs open.
I haven't got that many open today.
You normally have, during the chats, you normally have like 50 open. I don't know what you have them all open for.
I've got 8 open at the moment. To be fair, one of those is a t-shirt website.
But why?
One of those, I don't know. Anyway, I know why I have them open. One of them's about the viewing figures for Exiles, and one of them's something else. One of them's porn, and one of
what?
I got your attention.
One of them's porn. Sounds about right for you, actually.
Cheeky arsehole.
Oh, look at that. North America, Uncharted comes out on April 26th, and in the UK it comes out on the 29th.
Yeah.
Troy Baker confirmed he was voicing Drake's older brother Sam. There you go.
Oh, he is. Yeah, okay.
There you go. So you'll never guess who told me.
Oh no.
That's
Go on. Ah.
Yeah. It's gobsmacked. I was like, wow. I was like, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I wonder how much his older brother's going to
He
be in it.
is. Yeah. I like the way bloody Emily Rose as Elena is the top listing on the IMDb page.
It's because she's the main character. She always has been.
Totally.
You know. Thanks. I'm getting better. Fingers crossed. LOL. Don't know how much longer I'll stay awake. Stopped up all night for Rumble and WWE 24, and I'm shattered. What do you think of the Royal Rumble, John? Were you happy with it? Because I thought it was a bit of a disappointment. So what do you think?
Oh, really? Were you disappointed?
I was very disappointed in it. I enjoyed it, but I was disappointed in the actual Royal Rumble itself.
Yeah.
So how are your thoughts then on Troy Baker being in the game?
I mean, you know, we always joke that Nolan North and Troy Baker turn up in so much now. I guess it makes sense that, I mean, I've always said that Troy Baker and Nolan North sound a lot alike, you know, like in certain roles. I've been like, is that Nolan North? And then it's turned out to be, you know, vice versa. I guess it makes sense that he would then play Drake's brother. Yeah. I'm a bit weary about this whole, you know, Sam Drake turning up out of nowhere anyway.
Because we never heard of his brother at all, have we?
Yeah, no, we never knew he even existed.
Because the way I saw it was that
Nathan was like this orphan, kid on the streets,
who Sully picked up.
Yeah.
So where the fuck's his brother coming from?
Yeah.
Unless they make it where he's on a thing and he bumps into his brother and his brother's an evil criminal.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. And he has to kill his brother in the end. It just doesn't make sense. Because I said to Donna when we told her about it, I said, well, he shouldn't be on there, surely, because you never hear of his brother.
Yeah. They were just like, oh, he's with his older brother. And I'm like, wow, they pulled that one out of their ass. It's just like...
Well, they might be doing it because they might be doing a spin-off with the older brother. Called Unfired.
Nice.
It'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Can you imagine that? Sam Drake just went up. I've got to jump for the rock.
You know that video probably exists on YouTube already.
It probably does. That would be incredible. It would be. You know, I'd love that. But your thoughts on the game then when it's coming out? Because they've already had a beta out for it, haven't they? The multiplayer one.
Yeah, I didn't get to play that, so...
I could have, but I chose not to. Because
I just saw a new trailer for it that didn't have gameplay in it. It was just like Nathan going, "Oh, I was a treasure hunter. You know, this is what I'll probably be remembered as."
That's quite old. That came out like 2 months ago.
I know, but it just turned up on one of the, you know, But I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, I've seen gameplay. I sort of said to you, I've seen videos. You know, like where they showed the procedure of them making the costume and stuff, like the figures and stuff. So I just really cannot wait to play it. It feels like forever ago at number 3. We had the first 3 so kind of close together, and it's been so long.
It was like 2011, the third one came out.
Yeah. So it feels a long, long time ago.
I know Nate. I think Nate's going to die in this one.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah. I think he's going to save Sully or so, and he's going to die.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a great way to end it, or not?
I think one of the main cast has to die.
Because it's not Sully, I don't mind.
I would prefer it to be Sully, but you know.
I'd prefer it to be Nate to Sully. I think they could do spin-offs with Sully younger.
Yeah, yes, the Sully, you know, early years.
Uncharted, the Sully years.
Yeah.
You know?
That would be cool to see how Sully got to where he is, you know, kind of thing.
It'd be great if he started off in prison and he came out and everything, and they made it like a Japanese game where he could go to karaoke bars and stuff. That'd be awesome.
It'd be like Kane and Lynch, you know, but with Sully.
There you go. What's this? Yeah, I liked it. Best match was Reigns and Ambrose. As the Rumble, as always, all get leaked out far too much. Now, which kept things quiet. Yeah, the Owens Ambrose match was the best card. And to be honest with you, I'd said to Gaz, I said to him, Ambrose going to win the Royal Rumble. When he got to the last two, I was like, yes, he's going to win. And he lost. I was like, oh, fuck you, WWE. Fuck you. I hate you. Like every other fan, I hate your guts. The best part of the Royal Rumble was when Triple H started going like this at Roman Reigns after he kicked him out. That was brilliant. I love that bit. I rewinded that match like 8 times when that bit happened. I was like, yes. But yeah, other than that, it was a bit shit, really. Like Kalisto beating Alberto, well, come on. You know? Not good at all.
It was not, not worth your hours of...
The best part was I said to Gaz, I said, AJ Styles will be in the Royal Rumble. He went, no, he won't. And then he came out like 3rd or 4th. And I was like, yeah.
Oh, really? You're just like, yeah.
I jumped up and down, and then he got eliminated. And I was like, oh. You know?
Well, at least he was there.
Yeah, true. But it'd be like if Mulder and Scully just turned up and went in the Rumble and then they just got thrown over by an alien. You'd be like
celebrity deathmatch, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know? So, talk about X-Files. It was on last night. And so I remember Donna came down, right?
Right, yeah.
And I was like, what's the matter? Because I was watching wrestling, right? And
was that on at the same time? Like, or were you watching? Yeah,
I was watching wrestling, and it wasn't. It was on, but it was supposed to be finishing soon because it was in the middle of the Royal Rumble, which was last match.
Right.
So Donna comes down. She goes, X-Files isn't on. And I went, it's supposed to be on in a couple of hours. That's what it said on, I looked online. And she went, no.
Pacific time, it was supposed to be like 7 o'clock, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was, but I thought it was going to be 9 because of what I saw on the TV guide.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? What? So I go up there and she goes, they said, fuck X-Files. Football comes first. Right. I was like, what? A crappy American shitty football comes first. Right. So I'm standing there looking at it, thinking to myself, I hate football fans. Right? Yeah. This one's for you, little John. Screw you for being a football fan. Right? because of people like John, right? They keep that on, don't they? Right?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going...
And all the bloody post-game bullshit is like...
Yeah. Do you know, it came on, X-Files came on half an hour later because of that bloody thing. And
yeah,
you know,
it's screwed up the Nielsen ratings. It's really screwed up because they're like, oh, it's because people were watching the football, that's why the ratings, so they're doing the proper calculations.
Well,
for
the thing that irritates me about it is the fact that Fox isn't even a sports bloody...
No, yeah.
You know, I was telling everybody about how angry you were with bloody X-Files. You tell them. Go on, you tell them.
Well, yeah, because so many people were waiting for it, and we had to wait for like almost a half an hour before it could start. And if somebody was like taping it, it would have messed up the taping schedule too. So it's just like really irritating, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So.
There you go.
Did you like it, Tash?
It was okay. Mm-hmm. I have mixed feelings about it. Very clunky dialogue and that. So, but I know you weren't happy about the government stuff, were you? So
everything that's wrong in the world was put down as being a government conspiracy, and I know that things are going on, but it can't be that bad. You know? Yeah. And at my age, I'm feeling kind of vulnerable anyway, you know, so
yeah, exactly.
It was weird. But I actually liked it. I thought the acting was pretty good. But I think the thing that made me cry was because Scully and Mulder seemed like they were my age and they were real vulnerable and they were horrified and upset too. It wasn't like they were big heroes, you know, it was a little bit too real.
They'd been like broken down by life and that.
Yeah. So. Something like that.
Yeah. So hopefully it'll get better, stronger as they go through. So
yeah, I saw some guy that was reviewing and he liked the second episode. He was someone that could pre-review it, you know. I didn't read it because I didn't want to spoil it for myself. So anyway, so I've taken enough time. I just noticed I've got too much cleavage showing.
That's all right. And I put gets in my hot wife's cleavage, you say? I'll catch you later.
All right, bye.
Oh dear. Always a good way to end it, to just say that you're showing too much cleavage.
Just draw attention to the fact. It's just even better.
Yeah, people going to be rewinding now and going,
Yeah, quick, yeah. I was like, I did kind of notice. I was like, oh dear.
well, at least they weren't falling out, you know?
No, exactly. As you're sat there cupping them.
You know? But yeah, I was so angry.
Okay. Yeah.
But,
No,
you know,
yeah.
'cause
As Donald said, you know, people, even if they weren't able to watch it, they set up their DVRs and all that stuff. It's
imagine it. Imagine you're in America, right? You've got to be out because you're out with Donna or something, or you're really tired, you need sleep.
work or whatever.
And you're like,
yeah.
and you're like, don't worry about it. I'll get up later and it'll be recorded, even though it's on demand anyway. It'll be like, up for it recorded. You get up and you put it on. You're like, oh, football. It's probably going to end in a few minutes. Then you see it's on for half more hour.
Yeah, exactly.
The episodes, you know, like, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's ridiculous. You know, Fox isn't even a sports show, so what the fuck's it even got football in it in the first place?
Mm. Well, there was one review I saw. He was just like, oh, you know, going on about the ratings of the and he was like, oh, the football running over probably helped with that. It's like, oh my god, seriously.
Well.
So I'm going to be more interested to see the ratings for tonight, but yeah, no, I don't like.
The same football isn't on again.
No, exactly. Yeah.
You know, it annoys me because I bet there was a lot of fans who were waiting when they saw that they turned off.
Sat there with their, there was a lot of people with parties going on, premiere parties and that going on.
Hold on a minute.
Not me.
There were premiere parties going on.
There were premiere parties.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That is sad and pathetic. I'm sorry, but that is really pathetic. But there were parties for an episode of a TV show.
As far as I know, it was just fans getting together and to watch the episode.
Oh, what is it with people? You know, next time, hold on, what's going on? Oh, the next episode of Ray Donovan season 4, I'm going to have a massive party. And I'm going to be like, hey, it's Ray Donovan party, can only come in a suit. You have to have a baseball bat, and you have to have lots of money in your hand to give to me, because we have to just be like Ray Donovan and threaten people. Oh, and if we get too drunk, let's all go and smash up each other's cars to celebrate.
To be fair, Ray Donovan hasn't been off the air for 13 years, but I know what you're saying.
To be fair, X-Files, the new one, was very, from what I heard from a source, it wasn't that impressive.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, and the only thing I looked to was the bit from the trailer, and I was tempted to edit that out and just send you that.
Just that one little bit. Just.
I was going to originally, when I put the thing in the thing, I was going to do a video saying it with my face going, "Ha ha, gotcha."
You reenacting it. Just.
That would have been, no. You know what? Actually, you say that. I did have a plan of me and Donna saying different lines from the episode, and just then, and me being in the suit and that, and me going, right, and then sending you that, because I thought it'd be sick, because we're like, what is this? And then Donna going, what's the matter? And I go, I still believe. And have the cam zoom into the night. So what do you think of the episode then, properly?
Okay. Yes. And you know, it's amazing though, seeing, because like I said, the main important thing to me is, and I didn't look at any social media of that until I'd seen the episode and that. A lot of people are like, oh, I'll give it higher marks because it's great to have the show back. But the problem is it tries to do. Chris Carter is known for his rambling, pretentious monologues. And this episode, because it's trying to exposition dump a load of stuff, it goes on and on. And I'm just sat there. By about the third monologue, I'm just sat there going, oh, for the love of crap. And even worse is the dialogue is really, really clunky. There's, like a lot of forced stuff. Like, they keep trying to make, like, modern references, like to Bill O'Reilly and Hinckley and all these different, like, events, like assassinations and technology and, other stuff. And it feels really like, like, because it's trying to put it in the modern day. And it's like, you don't have to make, because the thing is that is essentially what ages stuff. The second you start referencing, like, pop culture or political stuff, it ages the show.
Of course.
Because then you watch that in 5-10 years and people are like, I don't get it, or whatever. So
a good example is Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Look how dated that is now.
Oh yeah. Well, we've said, like, Spitting Image. You watch that, and unless you were there at the time of a lot of those politicians, you're like, this makes no sense. It's not funny at all. But yeah, no, they made a lot of those kind of references, and because there were these long monologues about the history of alien sightings and stuff, as a result, a lot of other stuff got rushed through. So you had these long rambling bits and then rush through a bit of story, if you know what I mean. So yeah,
Oh.
And Gillian Anderson, I know she has gone on record to say that it took her a while to get back into character, but her way of speaking in it is really off. I found it really annoying.
I like Smoking Man returning.
Yeah, well, that's another.
The metal pipe.
Yeah, well, he had that before, but I just don't get how we're supposed to believe he survived, but I guess we'll get that later. Because the problem is this first episode is mythology. I don't see how they'll work him into Monster of the Week episodes, which the next 4 are going to be. So, we'll see. But it was an interesting concept. I mean, it wasn't the worst episode there's ever been. But it's very difficult if you compare it to, say, I mean, the problem is you've got to take into the fact that, as I said, like, for like your Donna, who's not watched the whole series, there's a lot of history. There's a lot of stuff that has gotten Mulder and Scully to that point of being, like, worn out by the world and ready to give up kind of thing. So, there's a lot there, and I couldn't say too much because obviously Donna's not watched that stuff. But at the same time, you've got to try and, if you think about, say, the pilot of the entire series, the pilot did a lot more, whereas unfortunately this had to bring people who hadn't seen the 9 seasons up to scratch. And it was not, I'd give it a 6. A lot of people from what I've seen are giving it about a 7 at a push. But a lot of people are in complete agreement that the dialogue is really, really awful.
Well, I always thought Gillian Anderson was going to suck in it because she just isn't the same
You don't
person.
like Gillian Anderson. That's the funniest thing.
I don't. I think she's awful. I think she's a terrible actress.
She does a lot of her kind of Bedelia out of Hannibal thing. So it was really distracting.
Tell you what, David Duchovny, I think, is a fantastic actor. He's really good,
Yeah.
But Gillian Anderson, I just can't stand her. I was watching old X-Files episodes of Night, like watching bits of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, she was so much better looking back then. She didn't ruin herself like she is now.
Yeah.
Now she looks like some freak that you'd see in the woods. If it just comes out and gets on TV because she's known for something,
No, I think she's competent, but,
She's disgusting. I mean, she's the worst actress I've ever seen. Especially when she played Pegasus in fucking...
Johnny English Reborn.
She was awful on Straight Edge. She's awful in everything she's in. And whenever I see her in Hannibal, I feel like stabbing her in the face. Yeah. I wish he'd have done it for me at that moment, but he never did. So Yeah. Why doesn't he cook her and eat her?
Yeah, exactly.
Why is he has to be friends with her? I don't get this. Why does everybody have to be friends with Jen Anderson? But, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing it. But like I said, Donna, I said, something I want to watch after we watch the series.
Yeah.
You know, because I feel like, even though I remember the series quite a bit, I don't remember it enough to be able to warrant watching the new one without respecting where it came from.
Yeah.
You know? That's how I feel about it. I've watched the series before, years and years ago, but I need to watch them again so I'm up to date.
Yeah. It was nice to see Mitch Pileggi finally in the credits. They've kept the original series credits, but they've added Mitch Pileggi in, and I was like, yay! That was probably the only time I was like actually excited. That was, but I don't like the fact they've changed the font. You know, to keep a 20-year-old credit sequence, and yet on the, you know, like after the credits, you know, like guest starring and that would come up, and it'd be like quite big at the bottom of the screen. Now they've got it down in the corner like other shows, and I felt like they were copying other shows, and I was like, no, this isn't X-Files, you know, kind of thing. So
I've got to be honest. I've got to be honest. I prefer that they use the old intro.
yeah. Oh yeah, I don't mind them using the old intro, but I hate the change of font.
Especially in a world where most places don't use intros anymore.
No, exactly, yeah.
You know, I hate that. You know, I hate when they don't use intros. To me, intros make a series, not the
They had
story.
to get special permission from Fox to do the cold open and then the credits.
Thing is, the story never makes it have to be. I care about the intro. Like,
yeah,
I used to watch One Tree Hill, and I used to love listening to the intro. All right,
yeah.
I'm seeing it. All right, and then what I do is, when it stopped doing it, I used to end up having to put in another disc, listen to the intro, and then watch the show because I wanted to hear the intro because it gets you pumped up for the show.
Yeah.
You know, like the X-Files tune, I'm sure makes people go, "Oh yeah, I can't wait to see what's going to happen." Oh, you know.
Yeah.
But I hate when they don't do that. You know.
Exactly. But yeah, it had moment. What was the other thing that I liked? Shit, there was something else I was going to comment on, and I can't remember what it was.
The sex scene between Mulder and Skinner.
Oh yeah, that was amazing. That was so hot. Just the sniping between Mulder and Scully really got to me. I didn't like that at all.
So let me ask you this: because as a massive X-Files fan, you'll know this, right? Question is this: does the chemistry between the two characters of Mulder and Scully feel the same?
No.
Does it feel like completely different characters in a way? And the chemistry?
No, I mean, you feel the history there, you do. And there's one scene, I mean, obviously don't want to say too much to spoil anything, but there's one scene near the end of the episode where Scully's like really pissed off and she goes to confront Mulder and like they're trying to, and you feel that ignition, you know, that kind of just passion between them, even though like she's pissed off with him. You feel that you do feel that chemistry there. It's difficult because actually they don't have that many scenes together actually in the whole episode. There's a lot of bizarre scenes of like Scully stood there because she's a doctor at a hospital now. There's a lot of scenes of her just stood there watching, like looking off into the distance, and I'm like, what the bloody hell? And there was a lot of them separate in the episode, and they don't actually have much screen time together. But for the time that they are together, you do feel that history, and that you know, I don't buy into this whole. I'm not spoiling. This has been all over the internet. I don't buy into the excuse of the split up is that Mulder suffered with depression, so Scully left him. And I'm just like, what?
Hold on a minute.
She diagnosed him with a particular type of depression and then went, screw you, and sodded off.
Hold on a minute. So out of everything they'd been through,
yes,
and everything they'd done, it was the depression that made her leave him. It wasn't all the weird shit that's happened.
No, exactly.
It was the depression.
His obsession with UFOs and stuff, you know. Nothing that. It was because he was depressed, apparently.
Sounds like a sellout to me.
I was like, that is the worst excuse ever. And I'm just sat there like, and, you know, somebody said, interestingly, that, you know, the man that, like, you know, like, fought for a cause and stuff is the man that she fell in love with, and that's what she loved. But she didn't like the darkness in their home. But when he wasn't doing, but when, look, come here, give me here. Look. This is what I have to contend with. Ready, everybody? This is the best thing on the planet. It looks like somebody, actually.
Look at him.
This is the best thing on the planet.
He's going mental. Look at him.
Look at this. Is this mine? Is this mine? I think this is mine. Is this mine? I think it's mine. But the idea is that Mulder, when he's not doing anything, he gets depressed, and she doesn't like him being depressed. So I'm like, but that's still stupid. I didn't buy it, and I get it's drama for drama's sake, but like I say, you do feel that you feel the chemistry, but I think it's going to be a test to see what happens in the following episodes as they spend more time together, kind of thing. So.
Yeah. See, I think I know what really happened. I think what happened was what made the leave was the fact that he had a sex addiction, and because of that, he changed his name to becoming a book writer called Hank Moody.
Yeah, exactly.
And
he went off and he had an affair.
And this was all due to him being depressed. He forgot who he was, ended up in this whole thing with a daughter and some other person who, in my mind, he never had any chemistry with at all.
Yeah.
And sold out at the ending of the series. And then all of a sudden came back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's dropped his fucking toy behind the boxes. Oh, you would have got another one. Oh, it's okay. We have baby omelette, so it's fine. Oh my god! No. You can't keep bringing me toys.
You keep going on about Mulder being depressed. Well, look what's happening.
He's like, I'm not depressed. Look, mummy. But don't lose that one. It's like, no. There was a lot of issues with it, and I'm looking forward to Founder's Mutation, which is the episode tonight, which was actually the 5th one filmed. So hopefully by then Gillian Anderson will have her voice back, because she was really bizarrely doing this voice. Everybody's been joking about it, that she essentially whispers all her lines in this first episode. It sounds like she smokes about 100 a day. She's got this really breathy voice that she's doing in the first episode. It's just like...
The episode, get this, the episode was on 2 minutes after the show ended.
Oh, really?
Yeah. How mental's that?
That's insane.
Oh, excuse me.
But the ratings they're saying at the moment is 13.5 million for watching it.
13.5?
Yeah. Which is double what tuned in for the first ever episode.
That can't be right.
Well, they're saying that there's going to be like addendums because of the there'll be recalculations because of the football.
I think it's going to be about, I would say, for about 20.
Well, they're saying they reckon after video on demand and streaming and stuff, they're speculating about 18 million. But they're saying that after this, and I think tonight's episode is going to be the real test, to see the drop off. And because there's no football, apparently Fox has essentially, all have said, they're going to definitely go ahead with the season 11.
Oh.
Because of the viewership. I know, yeah.
You know what I think is going to happen tonight? I think there's going to be 20 people watching.
That'd be hilarious.
Because the rest of it was, but you still got to get the UK ratings too when they come on.
Yeah, but they don't take this into account, which is annoys me, and I'm annoyed that we still don't have an air date for that.
I told you the air date. It's going to happen.
You reckon? I'm going to look that. I can't wait to see that look. Come out and like. But I mean, you think internationally, right? So a lot of countries are getting that tonight, that episode tonight. So Australia, I think the latest is like the 31st for Australia. But a lot of other countries are getting it tonight. So it'd be interesting to see what the international, if there are any rating calculations for the international watching.
That'd be interesting. I think if it is 18 million and it ends up being like 16 million tonight.
Well, you dropped it behind there. Fuck off.
That would be incredible. That'd be an incredible ratings thing. You know what I mean? Because you think about it.
What do you think of a show that like died in it those last 2 years and then has been gone for 13 years?
Let's just hope Prison Break gets that money.
I know, right? I'd be interested to find out what the viewing figures for 24 were. I don't know what they were.
I can tell you what they were. They were 5 million and so forth onwards.
Oh, really?
Yeah. From what I heard.
Yeah.
They were a lot, but they weren't a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The third problem with 24, though, is it gets old very quickly because it's the same story kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was what I was going to say. Yeah, sorry. Carry on.
Oh, go on.
No, that was one thing, like Donna said, she had an issue with the whole government stuff. My issue is that the government stuff is stuff that's been brought up on the show before. And the fact they're making it out, like having Mulder have this crisis of faith, if you will. He's had that before on the show, and I'm like, please don't make out like this is the first time.
But there's a difference. I'm sorry, but there's a difference this time.
He's older.
The difference is he's older, he's more fragile, and he's more depressed. Just ask
Yeah, exactly. She knows exactly.
And the thing is, as you get older, you get more fragile and things like that. Anyway.
I know, but he's already had that. Like, we've already asserted that the government are involved. Why are they making out like it's a big
Because that's what the X-Files is.
Yeah. Like I say, it was just all name dropping, so that's funny when.
I just want to see more of the Smoking Man. That's all I care about. Make him the main character. He's better than everybody.
Yeah, but as you said, 24 is just the same old story kind of thing. So.
It is. I mean, it isn't, but it is. I mean, there's terrorists. There's something happening, and it's not really.
President's in danger.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, how many seasons of 24 is the president almost killed?
Yeah, isn't it all of them?
Yeah, practically, right? As X-Files and shows like Prison Break, they're very similar in the fact that, they have similar stuff, but they can be different.
Yeah, they do a lot of different stuff, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll tell you a game you need to play. Prison Break, the video game.
Is there a Prison Break game?
Yeah, I played it years ago. It's easy. There you go. You get another free plat that way.
Oh, there's a. Hey, they're not the only plats I get. Fuck off. Says the one who's buying games that he's already got.
That's because I enjoyed them. That's because I enjoy them so much.
I just saw a video. I need to share it with you. It's PlayStation PlayStation Access. They did a video of 7 most difficult platinums to get. So
I bet one was Bloodborne.
I don't remember. I need to share it with you.
One's got to be Bloodborne or Dark Souls. Every time I look at playing that game, I'm just like,
yeah, I can't get that.
It's not that. It's just I don't like all this stuff where you have to get all these certain things from certain things. Like I don't want to have to get these blood things from this and have to grind it.
Yeah.
I don't like games where I have to grind. I like games where I can go for it, enjoy the game, and do a little bit at the end.
Yeah.
Unity is an example of grinding. Knack is going to be an example of grinding because Knack, you have to get like diamonds, and it's like 1 in every 500. So you can play the game like 12 times through, and never get them. Stuff like that irritates me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I want to play the game, but I don't want to have to grind.
But you got the Prison Break one.
The Prison Break game I played years ago. I played like 2010, I think.
Yeah.
And it's a fun game.
Yeah.
A lot of people say it's awful, but I think it's quite fun. You know, it's very basic and it's not the greatest game, but it's a fun game and it's a good one to play because you don't feel like you're doing the same stuff over and over again. You feel like you're having fun. You know.
Yeah. Be
So,
interesting to see how successful Prison Break's return is.
it'll be very successful.
Heroes Reborn hasn't been particularly it hasn't been as huge as say the X-Files one was. So
I'm telling you right now, I'm predicting it. Prison Break has a bigger fan base than X-Files.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, because everybody who watches that feels like they're in a fucking prison. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they just want to get out. But I think it'll do well. But the problem is, again, they killed off. It's like the X-Files way. They killed off major character.
Yeah, and then like they find a way to bring them back, and it's like, well, how? I mean, I've seen some theories regarding Smoking Man, like how he's back, that he's a clone, that he's a replicant, this, that, and the other, and it's like,
Isn't a replicant a clone?
Well, yeah, but like, I don't know, some kind of.
I have to be honest. As much as I love the Smoking Man, because he's one of my favourite characters, he shouldn't be in it. He should be dead.
Yeah.
You know, if Wentworth Miller's in Prison Break, he should be dead. So what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like when they bring Sam back and have to pop the stuff back. Like Dallas, when they made it all a dream.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I bet that's what they do in Prison Break. Wentworth Miller never went to prison.
Yeah, he comes out of the shower. I was like, yeah.
See what your mind is. Comes out of a shower. Look at that. He comes out of the shower. He's not asleep. He comes out of a shower.
That was what I did in Dallas, so I was just trying to.
Ridiculous. You know, I mean, they could bring the Sopranos back and just say Tony Soprano never died.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. You don't catch HBO doing that, do you?
No, exactly. They did have this line in the X-Files. It's like, bloody Joel McHale's character was like, I'm a true believer like you, Mulder. And Mulder's like, no, I'm not a believer. I want to believe. I'm like, really? No, Mulder believes. Don't pull this bullshit. It's like, I'm sorry. And now we're supposed to believe, like, he didn't get infected with an alien virus. He didn't come back from the dead. We're supposed to pretend all that stuff didn't happen. And I'm like, are you just doing that so you get to put the line I want to believe in there? As a, you know, it was just like.
It's the problem when they revive a show is they ruin it.
Well, they're struggling to play. They're trying to play to the fanboys and to appeal to new people.
How many times do I have to tell people? It doesn't fucking care about the new people. Focus on the older people, the older fans, because what's going to happen is they're the people that are going to be giving you most of the ratings. Oh
no, I told you, didn't I? About because there is actually something that got mentioned in the show, which has been a thing recently. Is the corporatization of like police forces and military stuff, right? And that's been a thing in the comics recently. But I told you about this, didn't I? Was that season 11 of the comics is being stopped early. And then they're going to come back in April.
Yeah.
I just, with a new comic. So they're stopping the season 11 of that. And they're coming back with a new comic, which follows on from the TV series.
But I don't get how that works, because won't it be the same thing?
Well, exactly. Because come season 11, if there's one, you'll have people who didn't read the comics, so they're not going to take in consideration what's happened in the comics.
So this is going to be canon, but the other one wasn't.
Well, originally the other one was canon, and then they got the revival, and it was like, oh, it's still a thing, but it's not in the same universe. Was their explanation?
No.
So we're supposed to pretend that, or at least that happened. And of course, because the current season is up to date, I guess we're supposed to believe that stuff has happened since these comics, I guess, because the comics continue after the second movie. So yeah. I guess we're supposed to believe it's like, but And I hate that because that means I've wasted like 2-3 years of my life on a series that has now become null and void because we got a new show. So now they're saying they're going to make a new comic which ties elements from the existing series comics in with the new revival show.
The garbage.
And I'm like, yes, but you're still going to get people who don't read that comic. So what's going to happen come season 11 in the TV series? Are we going to get a whole new comic again?
It's utter garbage, if you ask me.
Why don't they just have a comic universe and a TV universe? You know.
Did you say Agent Stinker yet? Will be a Mel.
No, he's not in it yet.
Agent Stinker's his name, isn't it?
Miller.
Oh, Miller, okay. And isn't the other one called Frankenstein or Frankenfurter?
Einstein.
Einstein. Can you imagine Stinker and Frankenfurter? That'd have been awesome.
I think he's in episode 4.
Okay. So episode 4, 5, and 6 then? Because he's in 3 episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in episodes 4, 5, and 6. Home Again, Babylon, and My Struggle too.
They've only done that because they think there's going to be another series.
You reckon?
Yeah. Otherwise, what's the point? You know? It'd be great if there was another series. Then Ayla and that would get more work, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
You
But
know?
I got a fear, I don't know obviously for definite, but I am wondering if the Lone Gunmen are only in the alternate universe. X-Files.
I think they're going to come back.
You reckon they're going to come back? I'm wondering if they're only in the alternate universe. Is what
And
I
I'll
think.
tell you why. I think they're going to come through a portal and be in today. So if they're all in the universe, does that mean Dean Hagland's going to dress up and all this, and they're all going to look completely different?
Well, the premise from what I know is that it's a look at what would have happened if Scully hadn't given away their kid for adoption. But, and I'm so not ready for that. Especially from some of the stills and that I've seen, I'm so not ready for that. Emotionally. But from what I've seen, there's bits of the Lone Gunmen like at a Western bar. And they're dressed up in like cowboy gear, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I'm really not sure on how they're going to be brought back. Nobody's ever brought in. Yeah, I've said this before. Dean Hagland has always said he believes their death was a hoax, and they are alive in the comic book series. So I'm going to be interested to see. But of course, that has nothing to do with the show. So I'm going to be interested to see what happens. But what is your thought regarding like alternate universe? Because obviously, like we've talked about this, like with the Spider-Man, like the two, like the different, like the Amazing Spider-Man and Fantastic Spider-Man and stuff like that. What is your thought on different universe kind of comic book series and stuff?
I think it's strange because I feel the universe is great in one aspect. Like, for instance, Peter Parker could be Chinese in one, you know?
Yeah.
Or they could be black in another, white, whatever. Or we could be, he could have a leg missing, or we could be a woman, or we could be, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I like that because I think that's cool. You know, like I do, but Spider-Man could be like a female in an alternate universe.
Yeah.
Called I don't know, Britannia Parker or whatever. It's awesome because it makes things different, you know.
That's what I kind of like about, like, with Injustice, the game. The fact that they deal with, like, Earth 2 and, like, Superman's all evil and shit is, I like that kind of... It's like, there's an element of fan fiction to it in a way, isn't it? It's like writers get to play with different versions of the...
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think all the universe is great because you get to play with different characters more.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, the Lone Gunmen. They could be one way in our universe, but in another one, they could all be married to men and all be lovers and sleeping with each other or whatnot.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And I like that you never know when you go to these different universes what could happen.
Yeah. In the same way that I'm curious to see this, you know, what would have happened with Mulder and Scully and stuff, you know, kind of thing, had they not given up the kid.
Like instead of Skinner being where he was as being big, it could have been something like, it could have been something like the Smoky Man there instead. You know.
Well, had he not support, I mean, Mitch Pileggi has always said he's not been able to get promotions because of his work with Mulder and Scully. So if he hadn't supported Mulder and Scully, would he be director of the FBI by now?
He probably would have been.
Or evil like CSM.
I would have liked to have seen. These are the things I think are awesome. But but all the reality to me is it's great, but at the same time it's a sellout.
You don't want it as canon. It's fun to look at. It's like fan fiction. It's fun to look at, but you don't want to lose your main characters.
Well, the problem with it as well is it can be a sellout, because if you're not, like for instance, let's say I wanted to change things up. If I wanted Skinner to go from being the guy he is to being a homosexual,
raging camp,
I could, and that would ruin the character, because even though it's an alternate universe,
that's not who he is. Yeah.
I'm still going to think about that even when we go back to the thing. So I think it's great, but at the same time, I think it can be a real sellout. Like for instance, let's say Wentworth Miller, he could be in the alternate universe, he could come back and be fine.
Yeah.
Pardon me. So I love it, but at the same time, I don't like it.
No. Yeah.
It depends on the way it's done and the tact around it.
Yeah.
You know, I would like to see more. I mean, I love Spider-Man with the different universes and stuff. I think that's awesome because each Spider-Man is completely different.
Yeah.
And I like that. I don't like it
you
when I'm
recently
making
played the Spider-Man game, didn't you? With the different versions.
I played that. I played that in 2010.
All right, it's because you mentioned it recently as well. So
yeah, I said I wanted to play it because I played it back then. I want to get Edge of Time as well. But I like those type of games. I do. I mean, I remember watching The One with Jet Li years ago.
Yeah.
And one of the things I liked about was that he'd go back through these realities to kill himself, because by doing that he was making himself more powerful. Because all their energy would be in him, you know. And but it was a crime back then. That was also one of Jason Statham's earlier movies too. You know, before he got to be like big time, you know. And I like that because Jet Li would be gay in one universe, he'd be a drug dealer in another, you know, and it was so different. He had dreadlocks in one, he was a surfer in one, you'd see him kissing a guy in another one with his arm out. I like that because it's fun.
Yeah.
Hi, Alex, is it? Hey, Alex. I'm doing good, thanks. How about yourself? But I thought it was pretty good because I like that stuff, because to me it can make things funny as well as interesting.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, what's your view completely?
Sorry, I got distracted because of Alex.
I see. Looking at his picture again, all hot under the collar again, were you?
It's been a while. Of alternate universes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's because we were saying about the games, and you were talking about Platinum. That was what it was.
Okay.
Talking about The One. What one film?
Yeah, The One, the Jet Li film, The One. That was.
Yeah.
I like that. The One. That was the one I was talking about. Great film. I enjoy that film every time I watch it.
My view on alternate universes is because I believe in the possibility of alternate universes.
It's been proven the fact that there is.
Yeah. So I believe that they exist. But I have an issue with, and like I say, this is something that put me off the thought of reading fan fiction for the longest time, was this idea that, you know, like characters that you have invested in time, that, you know, I hate this idea of then creating a character, like saying, oh, this is, say, like, bit X-Files, say, oh, this is Mulder, but now he's, like, you, or, like, say, like, your Skinner example, right? He's now this raging camp, you know, drag queen or something. And it's like, but the thing is then you say, well, that's a completely different character. Why are you putting his name to that character? Now, I know, like, graphically, you know, like when you think of people doing pictures, it's funny.
Yeah.
But when you read it, you're like, I can't hear his voice, if you know what I mean. And then you're just like, and like I say, I've read fan fictions like that where I'm just like, no, you know, like, especially like smutty ones or stuff, you know, where they've set up these situations, and I'm like, no, I can't hear their voices in that scene because that's not how they talk to each other.
We know you read plenty of smut, don't we? When it comes to X-Files.
I have read quite a lot of X-Files smut.
Yeah,
but I do get annoyed. I do get annoyed when people wrongly classify it. They're like, oh, this is an NC-17 and you read it and the most they do is kiss or hold hands, and you're like, yeah, that's not an NC-17.
Hold on, so you're complaining it's not sexual.
It's not smutty enough. I'm sorry, if you're going to rate it NC-17, there's got to be some action going on there. PG is what happens when you hold hands. I'm sorry. If I go looking for NC-17, I want some stuff going on.
I thought holding hands was a yo. Suitable for everybody.
Exactly. But you know, so but yeah, I've seen that where people do these like love scenes and stuff, and they're going, "Oh, babe, oh this." I'm like, they would not talk like that. You know, you can't hear it in their voices, kind of thing. Now, obviously, alternate universes is a different thing in that, you know, especially if you have it where the two mix. You know, like where you have your known characters mixing with.
Yeah, a bit like Time Cop.
Yeah, exactly.
When Ron Silver is interacting with himself.
Yeah. I don't mind that so much because you can see the difference between the characters. You know, you've got your established character, but then you've got the complete opposite version kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or even like, in a way, like Back to the Future, where you have Marty and then you see what he becomes and you're like, you know, it's a different character. But
yeah, you saw what he becomes when you saw him at Comic-Con.
Yeah, exactly. I don't mind it, but I do agree. Sometimes it feels like a sellout, and I think that's why I struggled with like the recent Spider-Man movies, because obviously we weren't really talking about alternate universe. It was just like, unless you knew about the whole difference between Amazing Spider-Man and, you know, this, that, and the other. It's like you have two different established, like Gwen Stacy and not Gwen, you know, kind of things. So, I do sometimes feel like it's a sellout, and especially when it's pimped, when it's sold as like the main version kind of thing, when actually it's not the main version. I'm getting confused, sorry, but
I get what you mean.
Alternate universes I get, but I don't like this whole X-Files change up thing with the comics. I don't like that. And changing what's established because of different things that have happened, if you know what I mean. Okay. Essentially retconning. And that's what I don't like with some we've had it recently with the DC overhaul, didn't they? They had a reboot of the whole DC universe, and they retconned a lot of characters and stuff. Not DC, was it Marvel? Sorry, that retconned everything. So I don't like that when you just have to redo it. A lot of things, kind of.
I'll tell you what annoys me about all the universes, to know that somewhere out there's multiple versions of ourselves, right?
Yeah.
But my question is this: if there's multiple versions of ourselves, how does it work when we go to heaven?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
Think about it. If there's
like
only one of us,
reality, heavens.
If there's only one of us and we're all the same, but we're not.
Yeah.
Right. The same way when we die, we don't go to heaven, we go to them, and then when they die, we go to heaven.
Yeah.
Or do we go to heaven? It's like 8 or 12 or how many other different versions of us up there?
Yeah. I bet you there's a heaven for each universe.
That would make sense because they say
interactions with people are completely different. Like who you spend your time in heaven with is going to be different to, say, in a different universe.
Yeah. So there's got to be, because people say if you ask questions, they'll say heaven is unlimited. You know, there's so much from up there. But there's got to be other versions, surely. There's got to be like different tiers for different
tiers. Yeah.
Because how would I feel bumping into myself, even though I won't care because I'm a spirit, aren't I? But it's a bit weird, you know?
Yeah.
Because when you listen,
of all the universes out there, there had better be one where I'm actually getting laid. Seriously. I would hate to think of however many universes and every version of me is sat there going, hi, I'm doing a show.
About it. In one universe, you're probably a massive celebrity who's getting it all the time. With people like David Coveney and stuff.
Oh, dear.
Think about it. That's how messed up they are, isn't it, really?
I know, exactly. Think about it. Well, when you think all the choices we make in life, it's like, what can have changed? Where,
Like, for instance, in one universe, I might not have made the choice to do that, but in the other universe, I might have decided to do that. My life might be completely different.
Yeah, exactly.
It's weird, but we're actually grow the same, but we make different choices that turn us into different people.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
That's the weird part.
Well, even stuff, we've said, like stuff with family, if, if they did things differently and that, how different you would be as a person.
I'm sure.
If you lived somewhere else, or, if you came from somewhere else, how different
I'm sure in one reality I've lost my family to death. I'm sure I did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's one where I poisoned them all.
Yeah. I'm sure there's got to be
alcohol.
There's got to be one. Because when you've got such an annoying family, there's got to be one where you just kill them all.
Yeah. There's got to be one where I've got the strength and confidence to just go, fuck you all.
Hell, there's probably a version of you in prison with that eye patch when you've got going, you fucking knocking out, and threatening people. And there's probably a version of me in prison who's beating the crap out of people and killing people in prison, like what's his name, like Bronson.
Yeah.
It's just weird when you think those versions of you probably do exist. Because
exactly.
Those versions are actually inside us.
Yeah, exactly.
We just don't let them out because
because of different. Yeah, exactly.
So they probably exist in the alternate realities, and they're probably doing things like one version might just go, oh fuck it, going attacking people and God knows what,
Yeah, exactly. I was probably a bully at school in one of the universes.
You what?
I was probably a bully. I'd probably turn around and went, fuck it, I'm gonna do them back to them, or something.
Yeah, probably. Hell, in one way, I probably flushed kids' heads down the toilet laughing because they were bullying other kids, probably,
Yeah, exactly.
It's just weird when you think about that stuff and how different it could be.
Yeah.
Like, you may be nice in this one, but in another one, you may be evil and twisted. But do you still know the same people? That's the question.
Yeah. Well, as we said recently, due to some stuff, you could be a complete psychopath and, unable to control. Yeah.
Exactly,
Mm.
It's amazing, Oh,
yeah.
You could have been a professional singer in one.
Exactly.
That'd
be awesome.
It's weird, how things like that could happen. Hell, me, I could be a professional wrestler and an MMA fighter in one, Because in my mind, I'd like to do that. But I haven't. So in another universe, it could be.
But to quote the X-Files, what if all these choices we make? What if there were signs along the way that make us who we are? That point us in the right direction for where we need to be in this life.
Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told Gaz last night, and he won't mind because it's a silly little thing, but really isn't personal. He said he wanted to be a wrestler. Right,
yeah.
And he said, but he's too scared in case he breaks his neck or ends up paralysed, right?
Oh, right.
And because he wants to get with Paige, this diva in wrestling. I don't know why. She can go fuck herself. She's an ugly looking bitch. Right? If I showed you a picture, you'd be like, Right?
That sounds as good as Jane wanting to be an actor because she wants to snog David Boreanaz or something. It's
stupid. But he said he'd like to be a wrestler. And I said to him, look, one of the biggest mistakes we make in life is not taking a chance.
Yeah.
By not taking a chance, we end up with regrets. If we did everything we wanted to do, even if he ended up paralysed in 10 years, at least he would have said he lived his dream.
Yeah, exactly.
And I said, the only way things like that happen, really, is if they're meant to happen. And that sounds awful, but it happens for a reason, right? And I don't agree with anybody getting any illnesses or that for a reason, because I think that's bullshit. But if it's going to happen, it's probably going to happen in the long run anyway. Paralysed like sports and stuff.
Because
a lot of it has to do with not doing the moves properly.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not talking about disease. I'm talking about actual things you do. You know,
actual, yeah, to yourself, injuries.
Because, you know, diseases, they come, they go. Depends on what they are. You know.
Yeah.
But I said to him, I said, if you don't do it, you're going to regret it. I said, the one thing that I've learned about my life is there's certain things I haven't done I regret.
Yeah.
And there's such little things. But they nag at me every day because I wish I had done it.
Yeah.
You know? And, like, if I'd never come here to have done that would have been one of my biggest regrets. You know? And I said to him, if you really want to do something, go for it. Because even if you only do it, even if you get pushed back, you never actually get to do it properly. At least you've tried.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and that's the problem with people. People fear too much and don't do stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You know? Fear it. Yeah.
You know, and I'm very guilty of that.
Yeah, or a lack of your confidence or whatever gets in the way. You know.
Exactly. You know, you can achieve so much more if you have that confidence, but sometimes you just need that push.
Yeah.
You know. And I feel like I hope Gaz does what he wants to do. Do I think he'll be a wrestler someday? No, I don't. Not because I don't think he can do it, but I don't think he will go for it because I think it scares him too much. I'd like to be an MMA fighter.
Yeah.
Right? But the reason I won't do that is because, one, I'd have to train and be away from Donna, like, constantly. Yeah. And two, imagine me bulking up and everything and being like, oh, you know? Oh, one of the best things he said as well was, how would I get there? I don't drive. I said, get the train. He said, but that'll cost me more. I said, well, do it for the passion then. Build benefit, do it for the passion.
A lot of people do not do it, you know, like at the beginning, certainly do not do it for the money because it's it costs you more.
Exactly. Most people are lucky to get $100 for going to things like.
Well, even actors, you know, a lot of their work at the beginning, they're just like pushing, you know, the waitresses or busboys or stuff like that, you know.
No, most times with actors and actors, they're extras and they're getting like maybe $500 if they're lucky.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but they're still doing it because it's something on their profile.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? You can't, like I tell people, you can't always get somewhere quickly. You know, when you end up somewhere quickly, like let's say somewhere like Justin Bieber or something, you end up fucked up in the head.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you haven't worked your way along, have you?
You haven't got, exactly.
Like for instance, right now, if you became a big person in film and TV doing stuff, you would have had the experience from your life to understand things that you wouldn't have experienced 10 years ago.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You know. And which would have made you probably a different person to you are now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I was thinking, you know, as I sat down to watch the X-Files, I said to Donna, I said, because as I said to you, I didn't have milk in the house. She was like, oh, did you not get a chance to watch it? I said, no. I said, I didn't have milk in the house. I said, and I wanted to continue a tradition. And she was like, what? I said, well, it's tradition to sit down, new episode of the X-Files, and have a cup of tea. She's like, well, how is that tradition? You can't have always done that. I said, well, you know, for the last 5 years of the show. She's like, well, that's still 5 years that you didn't do it. I said, well, actually, it's 4 years. I said, because, you know, so it's 9 seasons. I said, but, you know, when I started, I was like 11. Well, I was drinking tea. And I was like, I said, okay, look. It became a tradition for 5 years. And I said, I want to redo that. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know, it's been 13 years, and I was like, so much has happened for me and who I am, like, from that episode, you know, the finale to this new season. I mean, even, like, how life has changed for me, even if you say, like, since the second movie in 2008. I mean, 7 years, you know, is a lot of stuff has happened, kind of things. So,
it's fun.
It's amazing when you think how much you've changed and stuff, you know.
That's like I was thinking the other day about friendships and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about how it's funny how many people you meet in your life.
Yeah.
And how many people you end up knowing, and how many people either let you down, turn on you, or they're your friend. You know,
get tired of it. Yeah.
And it's really amazing because even when you don't feel like you don't do a lot, you still meet people. You know.
Yeah. Exactly.
I've had times in my life where all I've done is walk down the road and bought drinks and stuff and gone home. And I've met people and ended up friendly with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
you got your new friend at GameSpot or Best Buy or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Whichever.
I go in GameStop at Best Buy. 2 guys in them talk to me all the time just because I go in there. You know, and have full-on conversations with me. Right? And it's just weird because you meet people, you never fully know them, and then when you do get to know them over time, you find out whether or not they're good, they're bad, they can't be bothered. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But it's amazing how many people you know in your life on a deeper basis. Maybe not deeper of you, but of them.
No, yeah, exactly.
And it's a very strange thing because, like I was saying, from what you said about like Exiles, 7 years. I think last 7 years, I think about all the people I've met, all the different things that have happened to me.
Yeah.
And 10 years feels like such a short period, but so much happens in that time.
Yeah.
You know? I think 10 years ago I was 18. My life wasn't the best, and weird things had happened, and stuff happened, and I was in a different position than I am now. Yeah. But at the same time, I think, wow, that was the worst of time as well.
Yeah.
You know, than it is now. So I'm lucky because I was a lot more messed up back then. You know, and I think things like that, it's amazing how that happens. And we feel like our lives, this is one thing I have a problem with people that want to commit suicide. Because I see it as things change.
Right, yeah.
You know, like as somebody myself has wanted to do that, you know, a few times, you know, because of having terrible things. Things can get better. If I'd have committed suicide in 2011, right, I would never have met Donna. I wouldn't be the happy person I am today, you know. Yeah. So that stuff always gets to me, not because I think people are wrong for feeling that way. It's just because there is always hope, you know, out there. And I think that's why I'm a better person now, because of the time I've spent learning and the time things have happened to me, you know.
Yeah.
And I believe everybody you meet has an impression on you somehow, even the people that want to piss you off every day. You know? When the woman who I knew for 9 years passed away, who abused me online for years, right, from me talking to her, when she died, the first thing I thought was, thank fuck she's dead, right? Then I felt really bad because I was like, you know what, I knew her all this time, and she did mean a lot to me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I realised that the reason she meant a lot to me was because she was abusive to me. And at one point, she made me believe that nobody cared about me and I was this evil, horrible person.
Yeah.
You know? So in reality, she was an abuser. And because of her abuse, I doubted myself.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that's why I always try to give people motivation by being nice, by helping them, by but being positive with people. When people ask me what I think of things, I try and give my advice because I don't like the fact that people might be abusive.
Yeah, no, exactly.
You know? And this has gone on for longer than it should have done. What I've just said, but what I'm trying to say is, it's just amazing how in time things can change.
Yeah, no, yeah. Well, I mean, on a different, scale. I mean, like I say, even if I use 7 years as my basis, because I've been in Andover for over that time, and actually I've been in Andover for 10 years this year.
Hey, congratulations!
Yeah, well, it's weird to think that it's been 10 years since Jean died on April 5th, so that's just bizarre. It's just amazing. It sounds like such a long time, and yet, it doesn't seem that long, if you know what I mean. So, but even if I use the 7-year markers, part of me is like, oh, it's the same shit, a different day, kind of thing. And I'm like, but then, like you say, it's like, it only takes small changes, for you to then go, oh, this is different, or something like that, And like I say, I'm fortunate to now have you as a friend. We have this chat and stuff, I got Donna and stuff. And it's just like, I can't stop the suicidal thoughts and that. Obviously, I've not had that. I've had the thoughts, but I've not tried anything for a while because, it's nice to feel like the love and that from like Donna and you and that, to say like, you will be, if you do anything, you're going to be missed, if you know what I mean, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, unfortunately, you can't stop that. But like I say, for me, I feel like it's a day in, day out kind of grind, you know, like kind of thing where I'm just like, I don't do anything. I don't, you know, nothing goes on.
Yeah.
But then I think of the little things and even like, even with the archery, say at the moment, you know, it's little things like that or you know, I was talking to somebody the other day and I got like an extra YouTube subscriber and stuff like that. It's silly little things like that that make you go, or us doing that stream and getting like 800 views and comments and stuff was amazing, you know.
It was.
So it's the small things like that that make a big difference and make you feel like you've changed. And like I say, it was as I was sat there watching the new Exiles episode, you know, a lot of people, like I say, were like, oh, I'll give it 10 because it's a new episode. And I sat there and I was like, I felt like because I was able to critically look at it, what was it? It was something earlier. Donna was like, oh, what did you think about it? I can't remember what it was. Oh, Blind Spot or something, I think it was. And I was telling her my thoughts on it, and she was like, it sounds like you're telling me one of your reviews. I was like, I don't mean to say it like that. That's just how I'm used to describing stuff now, you know, kind of thing.
Donna, if you're watching, I'll give you my review of Blind Spot. It starts off good and then turns into shit. There you go.
But yeah, she was like, oh, you're talking to me like it's one of your reviews. And I'm like, because I'm assessing it like that, like automatically. Yeah. That's what I do. And as I sat there watching the first episode of The Exiles, I'm like, right, I got to try and think of this objectively. I got to look at this as a fan, but also try and imagine what it would be like for somebody who's never seen the series before and stuff. But I sat there and it's amazing how immediately you're like, that works, that doesn't work, you know, stuff like that. So
yeah, it's funny. It's weird how things like that happen, you know. You know, it's weird because I think as time goes on, I think we all grow.
I think that's just aging. I think that is a lot, you know.
I mean, I was in the Everett Clinic the other day.
Yeah.
Because I had my doctor's appointment, didn't I? And I was with all these elderly people, and I was thinking one day, hopefully, I'll be like them, you know.
Yeah.
And then there's that point where it was like, oh no, I'm not.
I don't want to.
But it's funny because life is such a precious thing that we take for granted.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that even when we know everything we should be doing, we still don't do it because we just, I don't know. I think a lot of people are more depressed nowadays. You know. Yeah. And I think people need to somehow figure that out. And I was laughing because I was.
John! Hello, John!
Hello, John. The chat's been pretty good so far.
Yes.
It's been really good. It's good to see you.
Very good.
You know, but what I was going to say was I think it's interesting. You know, I think it's interesting how minds go. You know, because you look at people like, you know, like Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
You think this guy, he could have given up on everything, but he's still pushing himself, you know.
Yeah.
And yet there's me sitting indoors doing nothing but playing video games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, that makes me feel bad sometimes because I'm like, I could be doing a lot more.
Yeah.
And I think when I'm in England, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a lot more stuff.
I think that would be. Well, you'll have the opportunity to get out more and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's what my plan is for England. Really, is to focus my new year on doing more stuff.
Exercise. Yeah.
I'm gonna exercise. I'm gonna be topless with a six pack going. Ha ha. I'll be like this. I'll be like, hey, Tash, Donna, you want to touch my hot smoking ball? And Donna will be next to me looking at me going, milk. And I'll be like, okay, I'm sorry, let me put it back on.
By that point, you'll have lost all your hair anyway, so...
Well, hey, I could be a bald six-pack.
Yeah, like six-pack, yeah. You could be a Mitch Pileggi, eh?
I will be, there you go. I'll be like Mitch Pileggi meets Phil Mitchell. There you go, I like that. How you doing, John?
Hope you're doing okay, John.
I love it. I don't think I'll lose some weight. I think I'll probably lose a bit more. I think I looked at him the other day, and it's like a whole bit around here is practically gone almost. I look
Yeah.
like I should be an English monk, you know, with the bit there gone.
Friar Tuck. We're going to stop calling you Friar Tuck.
I might start, you know what? I might start wearing, you know, a robe and just walking around going.
I don't think it pissed people off, John. I think it just frustrated people.
So did American football piss off everyone when it delayed the stuff? Yeah, it did, because of people like you, John. People like you love
Bloody you, John, and your stupid football BS.
Yeah, football. If anything, let me tell you something about American football. It should never exist, and I'll tell you why. Because it's shit. It's full of pansy men wearing padding because they can't play rugby.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they can't play rugby like real men.
You know what? If that we have that, you know, like in England, when like football runs over, normally they just dump the post-game stuff. But no, not in America. They have to have all the rubbish afterwards. It's like,
oh, John said he's missed us.
oh,
we've missed you too, John. We've missed you a lot. It's good to see you there, actually, because we've missed you being there.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know if you've noticed, but Tash has a boyfriend. Yeah. And he's to the side of her, holding.
Oh, yeah, this is my. Isn't he hot?
And what I want to know is what's his eyes like? Do they glow when things happen? Like when you touch him, they go. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
No, because it's a mask, isn't it? So they're see through. They're like you can see through.
Oh, okay. It's hot though, isn't it?
It is. Can't breathe in it. It's so sweaty.
I always wonder why they make masks like that when it's so hot.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, are there any breathing problems in them?
Yeah. No, exactly. Yeah. I don't know how anybody wears it for any length of time. It's just.
People must have to hold their breath.
Yeah. I remember when I was at the X-Files movie premiere, and I put it on as a laugh, and all these people that were like waiting as well, they were like, "We want photos," so they kept coming up, going, "We want a photo," and I kept making me put that. And this was in the summer. Bear in mind, this movie came out in the summer. When was the premiere? It was at the very end of July, and it was boiling out. We'd been out outside the cinema for a long time. This was in Piccadilly Circus. And we're like sat there, and all these people kept putting this mark on. It was boiling hot. I was sweating buckets, and they're like, "Can we take pictures?" I'd take it, and I'd be like, "Take it off," and then the next person would come along. I'd be like, "Oh."
The thing is, I guess it served right for taking it in the first place, eh?
Well, yeah, exactly. I took it as a joke, but I didn't think I'd have to keep putting it bloody on.
See, cosplayers, eh? They put this stuff on and then they can play.
Yeah.
And they can play. And they probably went, wow, she's doing great alien effects as well.
Yeah. I'll tell you something about cosplayers, though. I wasn't going to be going to LFCC Spring, the one that's in February. And then they announced Nick Frost out of Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz and that. And I was like, oh, I got to go now.
Oh, wow, he's going, is he?
Yeah. So.
It should be pretty good. It's quite good. It's awesome. I wonder where people are going to go and see him.
I got Beth from The Walking Dead going as well. So
I guess he'll get a lot of Doctor Who fans as well now, wouldn't they, to go and see him because of the dressing up as Santa Claus.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
What's that? Football is filled with a bunch of pansy-ass wankers who get paid too much to play a game. Hey, you're being sharp about your own sport.
I was going to say, isn't that your favourite sport, John?
That's his favourite sport. Look at him.
I thought you were sat there watching it, weren't you? He was hoping he would go on so X-Files didn't come on. He
likes watching a bunch of pansies. That's wankers. I don't know that. John admitted it himself.
You just know John was sat there going, yeah, I hope X-Files never comes on so the football keeps going.
He wants to see pansy-ass men running across the field.
Oh, that would be great if they were running along in tutus and that.
Oh, that'd be amazing. While touching each other as well.
Passing the hand between each other's legs.
That'd be awesome. Can you imagine that? That's when they go hot and start moving their hips back and forth.
Yeah. 29, 46.
That's the number they're going to do. That's the number they're going to go out with back in the locker room.
Yeah.
I can't believe they did that. That just annoys me.
Oh,
Put sales. That's what I don't like. I don't like BBC in England when they used to stop Neighbours being on because of Wimbledon.
I don't know why they didn't just move it over onto like bloody Fox News channel or something. Just like, if you want to continue watching, go over to the Fox Sports channel or something.
Nobody cares about the fucking news, do they? Fucking get rid of that. I don't watch the news anymore because I know all the crap that's on it. It's like, American news is a lot worse than UK news because.
Oh yeah, because it's all like bloody liberal or
What's this? I love to watch it, but I hate all of the complaining and crying about getting hurt. Yeah, well, they're not even real men. That's the problem. Plus, they get given all this. They get
hurt in padding. It's like, oh.
Tell them to go play rugby for a year, then they'll be completely different.
I know, right? Oh, we wear helmets. We get hurt. It's like you're wearing like the most padding ever.
But then that's the symbolisation of America completely.
Yeah, suing everybody for getting remotely like breaking their pinky finger or something.
Yeah, exactly. We need to have more padding.
I touched a finger and it broke my nail.
Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you to call.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
No.
But no, I'm looking forward to meeting Nick Frost. So.
Ooh, Nick Frost. Ooh.
So yeah, I'm booked to go to LFCC Springs. So.
Yeah, you can't help yourself. You're like, I'm not going to go to any of these ones, and then you see.
I missed out on David Duchovny concert tickets. So.
But yeah, well, I can't believe you missed that. That's terrible.
Guys, they sold out in minutes. It's so annoying.
Are you going to look on eBay?
No, I did look, but there wasn't any at the time I looked, and I'm not going to look now because I know they'll be like twice as expensive.
This could be your one chance to meet David Duchovny.
I know.
I'm
still in severe regrets.
Ashley calls him David Duchovny.
Yeah.
I love that, David Duchovny. I could cry every time. They need some Aussie rules football training. They don't. I don't. American football, I don't mind it. I just get bored of it because it's not bad and it's not thingy, but it's not a brilliant sport either, is it?
No.
I mean, if I'm going to watch any sport, I'm going to watch rugby.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I would watch. Because I just find it a lot more manly.
Or badminton. Everybody knows badminton's a man's sport.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Or polo.
Yeah, exactly. Marco.
Polo. I just wish to figure that trophy you could get in Uncharted when you did that.
I love that, where he jumps in the water.
Yeah.
I love that. Marco. Polo. I love that whenever he jumps in the water, they always go, hey, "Oh, what are you doing in there?" And he goes, "Marco." I love that.
Yeah.
All those little things make that game so good.
Yeah.
I saw an ad on Facebook the other day for the San Francisco Bay Area Comic Con. One of the few Comic Cons that nobody attends. I didn't know there was one.
I didn't know there was one.
Tash, you going to go to it?
What, in San Francisco?
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I can totally afford to just fly over there for that.
If
David Duchovny's there. He got his star on the Walk of Fame today, so...
If David Duchovny's there, he can be your Mouldy.
Yeah. He got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame today, so...
Oh, you're joking. It's not that great.
I don't know.
And what are they doing?
I was just like, really? Like, when I think of famous people, I mean, we said, we appreciate his work and that, but he's not somebody I think of in the, like, A-list echelon of bloody Hollywood.
Have you seen the new Pee Wee Herman movie coming out?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a new Pee Wee Herman movie coming out.
He was all disgraced and shit with those accusations.
Yeah, but he had another film come out since then. I think he's got a Netflix original one coming out.
Oh.
I don't know why. Nobody cares about Pee Wee Herman anymore.
Isn't that sad? You would think you would want to move on from that, but...
Whenever I look at people, it always reminds me of the boy I went to school with who acted just the same way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I hate Facebook. Why do I keep getting these fucking things popping up all the time? I'm not even on Facebook, and they pop on.
Well, don't. My Facebook, unfortunately, has been flooded today with X-Files stuff. It's just like, okay, I get it.
Well, at least you got to watch the thing, so you didn't get spoiled.
Oh yeah, exactly. I was just like, not looking at Facebook, not looking at anything before I see the episode.
If you waited till February, you probably would have had the whole fucking story and spoiled and everything.
Fucking see Channel 5, seriously. Oh yeah, because everything would have been spoiled. There's no way I could have looked at anything. So
I can't believe they outdid everybody and they're playing it a lot later.
Yeah. Like I say, everybody else would have shown it the day after or within a couple of days.
Hey John, when are you going to game with us? Because you've been practicing a lot, haven't you?
Yeah, I thought you've been practicing.
We've been waiting to game with you.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about Call of Duty.
Let's talk about Call of Duty then. Let's talk about.
I felt so dirty when that turned up in the post. Seriously, I was just like.
Okay. Well, I just want to say, during the game, Tash kept going down. Okay, she kept going down.
You never went down.
No, look, I'm a bloke. I don't go down. All right. Unless there's I can't say that. It's like I'm in trouble. But no, there you go. No, but seriously, that game, because I bought it a while back, didn't I?
Yeah, you were like, I need some help with the trophies. I was like, doing the co-op.
I did not say that. I said there's co-op, and you
no.
Oh.
Can I say that what you said is, one thing about that game is there's co-op that you need to do to get trophies. I was like, okay, I'll help.
No,
so I bought the game that I would never normally buy.
No, this is not true. Tash is lying out of her bum. Because what actually happened was this. I bought the game, I said it's co-op. And you went, really? Okay, I'll get it, we'll play it. And you jumped at the chance to buy it and you said, I can't wait for it again, let's play it. And you said to me, I love Call of Duty and I can't wait to play this game because I get so excited at the idea of it.
Oh, it's so much better than X-Files, it's amazing.
What's X-Files got to do with Call of Duty? They're two completely different things.
Well, because it's my passion, so I figured it was the best thing to compare it to.
Okay, so what's this? You guys are going to crush me in any game I chose. That's not true, John. You'll at least get 2 seconds.
If you're lucky.
Yeah. So, okay, what do you think about the game?
It's visually beautiful. I mean, let's face it. I don't like the fact that. I mean, the thing is it's standard Call of Duty fare, isn't it? It's the melodramatic, but it looks. Sakes, dog. It looks beautiful graphically, although some of the faces are a bit wooden, aren't they? Like not much movement when they're talking.
I think when they're in the cutscenes they're pretty good, but outside they can be a bit glitch, like a bit.
Yeah. I just found, compared to say something like Advanced Warfare, where they had full motion capture, I didn't find the cutscene visuals very fluid kind of thing. They were very, but I mean, I don't like the whole Terminator shit. And all these I love in classic Call of Duty style, you have to lose a limb right at the beginning, kind of thing. And we didn't just lose one limb, we lost both arms and got the shit beat out of us, didn't we?
Hold on a sec. John says, sounds like your sex life, Malcolm. 2 seconds if that.
Oh.
No, John, I can't help if I pop in you too quickly, alright? Okay, let's carry on. There we go. Carry on.
But I mean, we got the shit beat out of us at the very beginning, which is classic that game franchise style. I don't like the whole Terminator stuff, and the whole augmentation that feels more like Deus Ex Human Revolution was a bit. What? You know, and now all of a sudden we have these powers where we can hack robots from a distance and use magical telekinetic
yeah, and these
powers.
flies thing.
And the fireflies, and you know, that was all a bit bizarre. I just feel like we're playing something like Human Revolution. I don't like this whole high tech thing. I miss something like, you know, like we said when we were playing it, the old original Call of Duties kind of thing.
You know, I mean, I don't like the Terminator thing because I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah, especially when they don't tell you that you're not supposed to shoot at them. You're just supposed to leave them alone.
And I don't like, and another thing I don't like is I don't like how you go down without even seeing who's shooting you.
Yeah.
Like I
They're
wasn't.
really far away, a lot of the people as well, aren't they? It's
like yeah, like you can't see who's shooting or whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't like that because I like being able to see so I can see my mistake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't even give me a reach around, Malcolm.
Oh, seriously.
What? What's up?
Nothing. Just the whole thought of reach arounds was just like.
Oh.
That was all I was reacting to. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to, because it looked like you were looking at something, but saying maybe you're shocked. I think the game itself is beautiful, like you said. I think the game is fun. I think it's entertaining, but I don't like how you can get knocked down without even getting back up and given a chance.
No.
Like, there's been times I've revived you and you've gone back down like within 10 seconds or less, like a millisecond.
Yeah, half a second. Yeah,
you know, because you've got up and if you've been able to look to aim, you're down again because you don't get a chance to see what's around.
A lot of times you get shot and you don't even know you're down and you don't know at all where the shot came from.
No. You know, and the robots irritate me because they're just awful. Especially those big robotic guys that walk around for like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, those ones excuse me, take a lot to kill. They're bloody annoying. And the cover system is non-existent, so it's really annoying.
But the funniest part of the game was when we completed the whole game on realistic on our first mission.
I know, right?
What a brilliant trophy.
Hey, we've done several now on realistic, so we should be even prouder. We've done 3, isn't it? So
4, actually.
Oh, was it 4?
Yeah, we've done it.
I love the fact we've got like 12% of the trophies already. It's like...
That's mental, isn't it? I mean, to get all the accolades, we have to go through.
I couldn't do it on my own. I could not do that difficulty on my own, I don't think, because that's ridiculous.
I could do it, but it'd probably take me a month.
I mean, I could do it, I guess, but I'm just saying it would annoy me. I don't think I would enjoy it, kind of thing.
I wouldn't enjoy. I'm not enjoying Spec Ops. I put that in every day, and I keep trying to get past that Adams bit. and I kill everybody, and then I get that heavy, and I'm like, Adam's still. And I'm like, Adam's still with it, and Adam's like,
yeah.
And I'm like, oh. You know, it's great, you know, North going, watch my back, Adams, and Adam's like, I've got him, and then you die. You're like,
yeah. Adams does sod all on that level. It's just...
I can't. I'm on level 13, and so I've only got one more left to go, technically.
Yeah, because you're right at the end when you do that bit. So.
But the hardest bit's to come, the bit where you have to get in that area to everybody,
into that base kind of thing out,
and then go in the heavy. It's like, oh, you know, what's this? I have 2 trophies in GTA 5. They're utter crap, Thomas, but at least I got them.
Nice.
John kicks some arse in it. 2 trophies are great. That's not many more than we've got in them, technically. I mean, we haven't got any of the main game ones, have we? So technically, John's beat us to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I keep thinking I should play the main game, but the idea of flying under bridges, which technically are not bridges from what I've seen from the online part, and fly and picking out all the 50 objects of each character's pain.
Yeah.
But I'm sure once they're done, it would be a lot easier.
Yeah, but it's like me with Far Cry 3 at the moment. I'm just like running around, just finding, you know, like doing the outposts and all the side bits kind of thing.
I saw you were 50% done last time I saw.
Yeah. Yeah, 51 is, yeah.
Wow. It's a good game. It's just got terrible co-op multiplayer.
Yeah.
I've got so many games to go through right now. And I bought so many games recently I already had, so that I could
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
pick them up. Like Dead Island, Alpha Protocol. Oh, I love that game.
Oh yeah.
But I hate it too because it's a very long game. Duke Nukem Forever because I want to finish it. Mafia 2 so I can finish it.
Yeah.
Then there's others. So, you know, looking forward to it. What's the other one? Oh yeah, you know. Murder Soul Suspect I might play tonight because I've never played it before.
Yeah, I know. You won't know what to do in that one, so.
I ain't got a clue, you know. I tell you though, the problem with that game is I was watching a video of easiest plats.
Yeah.
And somebody said Advanced Warfare was the easiest plat to get.
Really?
Right? And you have to go through 50 waves of enemies.
Yeah, we couldn't even do 10 on Sniper Elite, so.
Have you got any of the other Call of Duty games?
First Black Ops, and that's it.
That's it, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did Evolve ever turn up?
No. That's what I was going to say to you.
I'll contact the seller.
Because you ordered that like last week of December.
Yeah.
So.
I'll order them. I'll contact them, I mean.
Yeah.
Hopefully get a refund if they haven't sent it. Or if they have sent it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were shipping.
I was going to say, I hope you weren't just saying you got it just to, like, you know, be nice or something. You know, like.
Yeah, what would I just got it? If I'd have said that, that was the what do you call it one, wasn't it? It would have been the other one I said I just bought.
Oh yeah.
No, it wasn't. I did actually get.
Yeah.
You know, so I'll have.
Yeah, it never turned up at all. So.
To be honest, I was more interested in the other one coming because obviously the price difference.
Yeah.
So let's have a look. What's going on there? I've got to ask you guys: did you both love the X-Files last night?
Well, Malcolm didn't watch it because he still hasn't watched the series.
I will say this: I didn't watch it, but Donna watched it.
Yeah.
And she turned into a complete wreck, crying in my arms on the floor, crying because it really got to her, John.
Yeah, the government stuff, the government conspiracy stuff. She didn't like.
And Donna was in the chat earlier. You missed Donna earlier.
Yeah, you missed Donna in the chat showing off her cleavage.
Yeah, we all know how much you like cleavage, John. So you better check back and see.
I thought it was okay. It could have been worse, you know, for what we were expecting, but it certainly wasn't. Like, for first episode, I just would have expected so much more, and I felt like they rushed it, and it was a lot of continuity errors and that, and the script was clunky, but it was watchable. It was watchable. Don't get me wrong. Like I say, there are much worse episodes, so they could have gone. I think as well, you know, for somebody who was really hyped up about it, I can't deny. Like yesterday, when I was like, "There's a new X-Files tonight," that's insane to think about. I was so excited. I could have been really let down, and I wasn't let down. It just wasn't enthralling, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, but I wasn't disappointed. Like I say, I think a lot of the problems I have with it, I kind of expected from a script that Chris Carter did. So I didn't really expect much less, I think, on some of those levels. So.
Well, I think it might get better.
Yeah. And that's what I'm hoping. Like I say, that's why I'm going to be more interested. Everybody's like, oh, you know, somebody was saying, oh, rate last night's episode from 1 to 10. And I was like, I think, really, I'm going to be more interested. I don't think it's fair to judge the series on that first episode because obviously so much setup has to be done for new fans and old fans alike. So I'm going to be interested to see where the Monster of the Week episodes go.
I think it should be interesting.
Yeah, and especially the figures. The viewing figures I'm curious to see.
Let's hope none of them are repeats from the old series.
Yeah. One of them is very similar to a previous monster, which I'm not happy about, but we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see after tonight what you think of the next one.
Yeah, exactly. So Well, I can talk to you about that on Wednesday, can't I? So.
Yeah, sure. I look forward to hearing it. I might. The thing is, I want to start watching. What's this? I think most shows that are trying to come back are going to have a similar problem with the first episode being a lot of a letdown. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Alex put, my internet went down. How was the X-Files? Or is that what you're now talking about? Was that what we were talking about now, Alex?
Yeah.
I said Donna became a wreck, and Tash said basically, but you know, she's looking forward to the second one. But at the minute,
It's just it's me. I gave it a 6 out of 10, and a lot of other fans are giving it a 7. 6.5 to 7. A lot of people saying so.
Alex put, I hope you're doing well, John.
Yeah, that we all.
But yeah, you know, I'm looking forward to watching it once I get done with the original series.
Yeah,
You know?
I think that's like I say, as I said, that's the thing with Donna watching it, is that there's a lot of stuff that's happened beyond what she's watched that I think adds to the weight of those characters. Like she was saying that they didn't look like the heroes they are, you know, and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but there's a lot of bad stuff that can tear you down, and that has happened to them. And that's something that I completely appreciate, if you know what I mean. And
well, I think the difference between you and Donna, though, is you've had years and years to watch the series.
I'm not. Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, you know, you've been watching it since it was on. You've watched it since it's been off.
Yeah.
You know, Donna's sadly only just got into it. You know,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I think the problem is when you're watching the old series, you want to keep up with the new thing as well because you don't want to miss out.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah. Well, no, you'll probably get the Blu-ray when it comes out, anyway.
Yeah, well, I'll buy the Blu-ray and rub it in your face because it'll come out
That's
first.
if it comes out.
It will. I'm hoping the Blu-ray comes out first, so I can open it up in a chat.
Yeah. Just gonna mess with you. As long as it's not like sodding Game of Thrones that comes out like a whole year after the bloody shown on TV.
It's ridiculous. I can't wait for that to come back on TV.
Yeah.
I've been trying to decide what I'm going to keep, you know, take England with me.
Yeah.
I decided I'm going to keep my Bates Motel Blu-rays.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they're all regional, next thing Universal. I don't see the point getting with them and me buying them if I can keep them.
And you've got a lot of Blu-rays that you can keep, though.
Yeah, but there's some I will. How shit will Zoolander 2 be? Cannot stand Owen Wilson. I couldn't stand the first Zoolander, so let alone the second one.
I didn't really like the first Zoolander, so I can't believe there's going to be a second one.
And this time, it's old men as well, aren't they? I never liked them. I find them to be. I find that humour to just be.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I was laughing and.
I'm not a big fan of Ben Stiller at all. So.
Me either. I don't mind Ben Stiller. I just think
I don't mind him. I just don't find him like his sense of humour is not that great.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I didn't like Dodgeball either.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like most of his films.
Yeah.
You know, was he in Along Came Polly?
I think so. Yeah.
I
haven't seen that. I don't think.
I like that film. I found that film to be quite fun.
I didn't find that Envy all that great.
No.
It's been a while since I watched that. But
I didn't like him in Beverly Hills Cop either as the cop. I know, silly well, I was joking. I was just waiting.
And I was like trying to think. I was like, is there something I'm missing?
I was just waiting to hear you say no. Yeah. I might start playing this tonight.
Oh yeah.
I might start playing it.
You were waiting for me to get it.
Yeah, but we can only do the online part, can't we?
Okay.
I don't know. I might wait for you to get it so we can play it.
Oh no, you can play it. I didn't mean like.
No, I'll wait, and then you'll see me on PSE. But it's playing fucking Sniper 2. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm gonna be probably playing Far Cry after this. So.
No, I'm gonna probably. I don't know what game I'm gonna play. I'm gonna finish Unity off.
Yeah.
And then I might go back to Mafia 2 or something because I want to finish all the gold games I've got to finish. I need to get Wet again. You know the game Wet.
was like, can we just save that sound file? I gotta get wet again.
But you know,
I've not played wet.
You've not played wet. Have you had trouble? Have you had trouble?
What I'm saying now, it's gonna sound wrong. I have trouble getting wet.
Have you? Yeah, I was just saying, have you had troubles getting wet?
That title just sets itself up for being filthy, no matter what you say.
I can't imagine going in the store going, "Have you got wet?
Can I get wet, please?"
Have you got wet?
Yeah, have you got?
Are you a massive wet fan?
Yeah, I got wet.
I need to get that because that's that'd be the oldest game I've got to plat. But I'd say on the thing it took me 7 years to plat.
Oh really?
I think it was the third game I played to do with trophies.
Yeah.
So I need to play that game.
I mean, Infamous, it took me 6 years or whatever it was
I
to get.
need to play that game just to get that 7-year mark because that's incredible. Tash Malcolm is never going to let you live that one down. Stay wet, Tash. That's from John. See?
Oh dear.
But I'm probably going to finish Unity off because I've been putting a lot of effort into it.
Yeah.
And then I'm probably going to maybe go to Mafia 2 or maybe do Nukem Forever or something.
Yeah.
You know, I need to do
Rainbow Six. What's that? Joking. Maybe Rainbow Six for Meatwall.
Oh yeah, Rainbow Six. I'm going to give that a go tonight as well because I'm trying the game in tomorrow, aren't I?
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a go tonight and try and get. But if I trade the game in now, I'll get $33 cash for it.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I can put that towards the Division. You know.
Yeah.
Fucking Assassin's Creed has gone down to $14.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I want to trade it in quicker. You know, never played it.
Yeah, get rid of it. Yeah.
Because I can put that towards the Division then as well.
Yeah.
You know. And,
so you can collect all those chests.
Unity is worth $5 cash. So if I can get all that done tonight, I can trade the fucker in, put that towards the Division.
Just be done with it. Yeah.
Because my idea is once I get done with the game completely, is get rid of it.
Yeah.
And then
you are getting rid of it, like yeah.
Well, I need to, don't I? Because I'm moving anyway.
Yeah, so true. Yeah.
I'm like, I'll finish them, get rid of them, move on to the next one.
Yeah.
You know, I think the most interesting one is going to be the Final Fantasy one because it's going to have some really weird trophies in. I bet.
Yeah.
You know, Sniper 2, I know I can do in 3 days. I know I can do all the offline ones in 3 days.
Right, yeah.
I don't even have to worry about it. As soon as you get the game, I'll have that platted. I know I will.
Yeah.
You know, Alpha Protocol is going to take me like 4 playthroughs, I reckon. Because I know there's different endings. Like there's one where you've got to seduce every woman.
Yeah.
No, that's
your favourite kind of mission.
And there's a trophy for pressing every button equally. And you're like, really? So you've got to press every button the same amount of times throughout the whole game.
Yeah.
I mean, how annoying is that?
That's just tedious.
Family Guy, I can plat, but I have to do local co-op, which means I have to get Donna to sit down.
Yeah, to sit down,
I have to throw the controller across the floor and grab all the other ones that are playing.
Yeah.
Well, that Hakoon bloke, you know the bloke who's top of the PSN?
Right, yeah.
He's on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's Arabic.
Oh.
And he was telling me,
yeah.
He was giving advice on how he got all his trophies. And I was just like, really? I can tell you how you got your trophies. We're spending all your life playing fucking video games.
Yeah, having no nightlife, yeah.
Yeah. I might be starting Star Wars Battlefront on the weekend. You should, John. That's a terrible game, but it'd be fun for you to do. You know? But, yeah. I shall be playing Metal Gear Rising for the first time as well this month.
Oh, dear. Oh, you poor professor.
I played the demo years ago, but never ever bought the game because I thought the game was... Oh, no, I did buy the game, actually. I played it on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Because I was 360. I turned it off after an hour because I thought it was shit.
Yeah.
But PlayStation 3, got to do it.
Yeah, you gotta do it. Extra trophies.
Another thing he said was that we said play any game. It doesn't matter what games you play every game. Otherwise, you'll be stuck at like 50 platinums. And I was like, who wants to get 999 platinums?
Like, who wants to play shitty games that they would never play just to get Oh wait, that's you.
Oh, okay. Okay, that sounds fair. Okay.
No, I'm just gonna let you live down this whole. I'm gonna get the version of the game.
The difference is it's not Telltale's game.
No. What? Well, yeah, but you played The Walking Dead.
Yeah, because I had 4 episodes done and there was 1 episode left. I thought, what's the point of having it at 80% on my trophy list? I could have bought 400 days as well and completely done it, but I didn't.
I know.
Well, you know, what's this one?
You paid for those games is the problem.
Yeah, I got quite annoyed actually. But I had to pay $4.99 for that last episode. I was like, come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I had to check because I was like, if I can just buy that last episode, I can get it done without having to buy the rest.
Yeah.
Because the problem is, American and English games, sometimes they've got different trophy lists.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit like, oh, I'm not.
Much like Xbox has different achievements, some extra achievements from the PlayStation trophies.
Exactly. Oh, by the way, backwards compatible. Xbox One, Witcher 2. So I'm going to pick up Witcher 2 and play
really?
for Witcher 3, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that would be cool.
Cool. Although it is buggy, apparently, the original Witcher 2, so console version. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, because I ported it over to console, and apparently it was really buggy. I don't know if they fixed all the bugs, but yeah.
I hope so. I hope they did.
Yeah. They probably did, but that would be good for you to play that with her before playing number 3.
Imagine platting this.
Hey, I platted Fallout 4. I'm still blown away that I did that. So
one of the easiest platters to get in the Fallout series.
That's fine. I won't be able to do your city building fucking.
You know, all seriously.
If it's so easy, it is. It's not difficult. Let's be honest. It's a grind. That's the main problem with it. But it's not difficult.
I'll be honest. It's difficult in some aspects. I think it's one of those games, like any game, where it's difficult until you level up to a certain amount. You know.
Yeah.
Once you level up to a certain amount, you can almost destroy anything. Right?
Yeah.
But it is a difficult game. I'm surprised how many people have got the plat though, because there's been a lot of people with plats of it.
Yeah.
I would have thought people, but Sleeping Dogs, the PS3 version, gives you tons of points because hardly anybody platted it. And I'm like, really?
Really?
Yeah. So I was shocked by that because I know when I look on my thing every day it says people have platted Fallout 4 and they've platted like Rainbow Six and stuff.
Yeah.
But to me, things like Fallout are hard games. They're just hard games because of the grind.
It's because, yeah, exactly. They're that open world RPG.
I go, really? With all those chests?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm having trouble wanting to play it because of the chests.
Yeah, exactly.
After that, I'm going to go back to Rogue as well.
Yeah, I need to go back to Rogue.
And then I need to go.
Far Cry 3, I'm going
to go back to get Liberation on the PS3.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Because if you do, we can get the online trophies by challenging each other.
Oh, really?
And I can send my guys to fight your guys.
Well, after I finish Far Cry 3, I'm going back to Rogue, and then I'll probably do Liberation afterwards. So.
That's a good idea, because I know I'm going to go Rogue. Because Rogue hasn't got online multiplayer, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
Time for me to go, guys. Thank you for making me laugh and smile in the hour I was here. Till very soon. Till soon, John. See you later.
Take care. See you later, John. Thanks for coming.
Keep up fighting a good fight.
Yeah. We should probably call it anyway.
Yes, we should. We should probably call it. Time of death, 3:32 p.m. Okay. So, anything you'd like to say before we go?
Not that I can think of. Sod you all, bye.
Charming, eh?
I know. It was awesome to see Alex and John and Punk John turn up.
No, not Punk John, Punky John.
Oh, Punky John, I apologize.
There you go, Punky John.
Um,
Everybody disappears. I've noticed in this. If you notice after a certain period, people just seem to vanish. Even though
they
apparently
like,
it says they're
put
still
like
watching.
2 or 3 comments and then it's like gone. And sometimes like they don't even say bye. It's like, are you still here?
Yeah, it's like, what's going on?
At least John said bye.
I'm sure Alex's internet went down again.
Yeah, probably. Bloody universities and their shitty internet. Yeah, but I had the same with Jane last weekend. I tried Skyping her. And we talked for all of about 2 minutes and she kept breaking up and getting disconnected. And then I try and reconnect and then she kept getting disconnected. So we ended up not Skyping in the end.
That's the point when you went like this. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
And this week I'll just go, yeah, sorry, I got to go watch X-Files.
Oh, what this? What this?
Can you imagine? Yeah, that's the best diss. No, it was nice to see Punky John and John and Alex turn up because obviously we don't see them much. But I hope everybody's had a good week. Sorry I wasn't around last week. That was entirely my fault. I'll blame the concussion. It threw my sleep pattern out of whack. So, bloody concussion. But no, I hope everybody's had a good week. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to Malcolm as always. And if you get the chance, please check out my channel. There will be more coming soon. I did even put a new part of my Exiles game review up last week. So that was something, at least. But no, please subscribe to Malcolm. Please like this video if you do. Leave comments afterwards so that we can comment on them next week. And thank you, as always, to the awesome Malcolm for having me as his co-host and partner in crime. I'm so grateful for his friendship and that. So thank you so much, and look forward to next week when I'll have another Exiles episode to review.
Hey.
First monster of the week of the series. So.
Nice. Yes, Alex, we've ended now, but thanks for coming.
Yeah.
I'd like for everybody for coming, everybody for being here, Alex, Lil John and Punky John. And I hope everybody's feeling better because both Punky John and Little John have both been ill. So I hope you both feel better soon.
Yeah.
And have a speedy recovery. And I hope Alex, I hope you're enjoying uni and I hope things are going good for you. And anybody else who wants to comment after, please do. Even if you want to make jokes about Tash getting wet or not, you know, put them down below and the best person wins a prize. That prize will be seeing Tash playing with Wet, the video game. So,
Tash reacts to Wet.
That would be brilliant.
Impressions Wet.
That would be brilliant. So, Tash, what's your view of getting wet? But no, thank everybody for coming and thank all the people that comment after. Yeah. If you watched after, please leave a comment down below, whether it's a great video or whatnot, or you've got comments asking questions. Please leave them down below because it's always good to see people putting a comment so we know that even though you might not see it now, you watched it later. And then we can thank you some other time when you're actually here, you know? So, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have a lovely week. Take care and join us next time for number 57.
Wow.
Yeah, and remember, you need to everybody needs to still believe. It's all going to happen soon.
Or remember, the truth is out there, people. I got the Xbox t-shirt on, so.
And that's how we're going to end it.
I'm like an X-Files fan that sat there at their computer. I think this episode is like this.
And that's how we're going to exit with Tash looking like she's had an X-Files breakdown.
It was just too much, the revival. Anyway, no.
Bye for now, guys.
Take care, guys.